You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from FNB Field in Harrisburg. We're getting set for the finale of this 6-game series between the Harrisburg Senators and your Bowie Baysox. Glad you're with us. Matt Sabatis with you from City Island here in Pennsylvania's capital. A beautiful day at FNB Field as Bowie looks for their first series sweep of the season. They've taken the first 5 from the Senators and taken each of their last 8, 9 or 10 of their last 11 as well, as Bowie has a big opportunity, or each of their last 7, I should say. They try to make it an 8-game win streak. Getting off topic here as Bowie comes in for what should be a very fun Sunday affair, trying to rematch Game 1, see if they can give Ryan Watson a win this time. As we get rolling with today's game, we do have to talk about the last couple of days for Bowie because, my goodness, yesterday was a big fun win for Bowie. 8-0 shutout, their 8th shutout of the season, spearheaded by Justin Armbruster, tossing 5 scoreless innings. And the bullpen again. Bowie's bullpen here in the second half has been the shining star. The offense, of course, has been very, very fun to watch, and they've been really running a lot of things. But for the bullpen to put up the numbers that they have, that is what's kept the Baysox in so many of these games. In the second half, Bowie has such a big turnaround on one-run games going in their favor. That's what's kept them so far ahead of the pack in the Eastern League. Jake Brazina, Tyler Birch, and Sheldon Perkins last night combined for 4 scoreless innings. Birch was the star in that one, struck out the side in the 8th inning. Bowie in the second half has a bullpen ERA of just 2.38. You couldn't ask for anything better out of them over this last month-long stretch for the Baysox. If it keeps going, well, it means more wins for Bowie should be on the horizon. As we prepare for today's game, we get you set up with the numbers as Bowie comes in for game number 101 on the season. A dead even 50-50 record on the year, a 7-game winning streak for the Baysox, their longest of the year. Bowie is 9-1 over their last 10, 22-28 when playing on the road. Harrisburg comes in for game number 102 on the year, a 40-61 mark, a 5-game losing streak, as the Senators are 3-7 on the year, 19-31 when playing at home. Harrisburg is 10-22 in the second half. The Baysox are 23-8. Bowie's record is the best in the Eastern League in the second half, and they currently lead the Southwest Division. Erie is in second place. They are 20-11, 3 games out of first place. Bowie could really make some big breathing room with a win today and a potential Portland Sea Dogs win as well over Erie. Portland has won back-to-back games against the Seawolves. Harrisburg is in sixth place, last in the Southwest Division, 13.5 games behind Bowie. Your starting pitching matchup for today's game sees Ryan Watson going against Alex Troop, a rematch of Game 1, as Watson comes in with a 6-5 record and a 3.65 ERA. He took a no decision last time, and that was pretty much because he had a 4-2 lead after his 5, but a reliever allowed a couple of runs to score, and Watson was shackled with the no decision. But Bowie would eventually win 9-4 thanks to a late offensive outburst, something that they've been doing plenty this series, mind you. Watson has been turning into a bit of a contact pitcher lately. He's only struck out a total of 8 batters in his last 15 innings, but he's still been an extremely reliable pitcher for the Baysox over this long stretch. 8 consecutive starts, he's tossed at least 5 innings, and in his last start, he was the double play man. He worked a double play in each of the first 4 innings. Only runs he allowed were on a 2-run home run, but was able to work through those 4 innings on 84 pitches. But thanks to the double plays, made sure he didn't really face more than 5 batters in any single frame, didn't have any long innings. But if he can keep working with that contact, keep it a little low, but you want to see maybe more of the strikeouts. If he can get those strikeouts up a little bit more, get the slider going, his changeup as well. He's been trying to make some more improvements on it. If his changeup can really play for him today, then maybe Watson can get some swings and misses on it. Guys chasing ahead on anticipating the fastball, maybe Bowie can pick up a couple of good performances from Watson today, and then the bullpen as well. Alex Troop goes for Harrisburg, a 6-2 record, a 3.53 ERA. Now, of course, he spent the first part of his season in the Harrisburg bullpen, but has shifted into a very reliable starter for the Sens. He's finished the 6th inning in each of his last 5 starts, including on Tuesday. He's been a high-volume strike thrower, but his strikeout numbers have slightly dipped since moving into the rotation. He still has 89 punch-outs, however, in 79 total innings. Fly balls have been damaging this season, however, to Troop. He's allowed 11 home runs, including a leadoff blast to the first batter he faced, Connor Norby, on Tuesday, and a 2-run home run to Joey Ortiz later in the same game. So maybe Bowie does it again. If not, they can play the outfields well. They've been doing that all series, using those gaps and that slow-moving grass to pick up a lot of key 2-base opportunities, runners going first to third, stretching a single into a double, and getting lots of runs out of it. It's what's led to them picking up 5 straight wins to open this series, a chance for their 6th today. As we continue on with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, it's Sunday, so you know what that means. We'll recap the week that was, all of the highlights that you might have missed from the last 5 days of Baysox baseball, and boy, it was a fun 5 days, that's for sure. So we'll tell you about what you might have missed, catch you up in just a little bit. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
The Baysox are getting radical on Thursday, August 18th as we go back to the 80s. Get that perm done up, rip off those jeans, and toss on your jean jacket for the 80s Rewind Night. A totally tubular night of the greatest musical decade with live music and beer specials from 5 to 6:30. So head on back to the 80s with the Bowie Baysox on Thursday, August 18th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
We're back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Matt Sabat is with you from FNB Field in Harrisburg. So glad you've been sticking with us this week as Bowie looks for their first series sweep of the season. Their longest winning streak of the year already at 7 games. They look to make it 8 in a row. Just really what a week it's been for the Baysox. And you know, it's Sunday, so that means we got to recap this week. We go back in time to recap the week that was in Baysox baseball, all the way back in time to the faraway land of Tuesday, August 2nd. My goodness, seems like so long ago when Bowie got underway with today's pitching matchup, Ryan Watson versus Alex Troop. And Bowie, specifically Connor Norby, gave Troop a pretty rude welcome.
As the 2-0 comes home and Norby lifts it out to deep left field, this one is long gone. A big blast by Connor Norby. He says goodbye. And hello, Alex Troop. Bowie leads 1-0.
So a big home run by Norby to open it up. The Baysox would get another run in the first inning when Hudson Haskin laced an RBI triple. But after Bowie took a 4-0 edge A 2-run home run by Joey Ortiz in the third. Harrisburg would start to chip at the lead. They got 2 runs themselves in the bottom of the third, a 2-run blast by Rudy Martin, and eventually another 2-run home run by Omar Marihildo in the bottom of the 7th. Tied the game at 4 and sent it into the 8th inning. Bowie was needing a rally. Their offense was starting to stutter a little bit following Joey Ortiz's 2-run home run in the third. Bowie only had 2 base hits, and they actually went down in a span of 9 in a row from the 5th to the 7th. So they needed a rally, and they got it against a reliever and a little bit of defensive issue in the 8th inning.
As Haskins squares the bunt on the first and pokes it up the third base line. A tough play, barehanded by Dunn, sent to first, and it hits off of Haskins' helmet, rolls to the warning track right side, and Prieto's going to try and score. He's around third with no throw. The Baysox have the lead.
So Bowie got the run on a single, or bunt single, and an error by Hudson Haskin, and take things on into Wednesday. Don't have any highlights from Wednesday. Some audio issues in that contest made it a little tough to call, but Bowie was able to get going early again. A couple of runs and an RBI single from Joey Ortiz, and a grounded into a double play by Cesar Prieto. So no RBI there, but Prieto still brought in the run, at least on the box score. But Harrisburg would chip away at the lead and tie it. Bowie would jump ahead to a 2-run edge again in the 4th inning on a 2 RBI double by J.D. Mundy, but in the bottom of the 4th, Harrisburg tied it again. Drew Rahm was only able to toss 3 2/3 innings for the Baysox, as he had to leave before Tyler Birch could come in. But after Birch came on, the Baysox bullpen shut things down. Birch, Shelton Perkins, and Connor Loprich held Harrisburg scoreless from there and gave Bowie the opportunity to jump back ahead. Joey Ortiz got it done with a 2 RBI double in the 7th inning. Final score on Wednesday, Bowie over Harrisburg, 6-4. Brings us on to Thursday. And for the 3rd consecutive day, the Baysox scored in the 1st inning. An RBI double by Hudson Haskin made it 1-0, and Bowie eventually added another run in the top of the 2nd on a sacrifice fly by Toby Welk. But Harrisburg quickly tied the game in the bottom of the 2nd against Garrett Stallings. An RBI single and a wild pitch to make it 2-2. Bowie would finally find work, though, in the 5th inning against starter Luis Reyes. Connor Norby, well, he found another good pitch to hit for the Baysox.
Pitch. And a breaking ball drilled high and deep into the Harrisburg night. And this ball sails way out of here. 1 up off the concourse and off the facing of the merchandise store. It's another long Norby blast. And the Baysox have a 4-2 lead.
So Bowie was able to jump ahead with 2 runs there, and then things really got out of hand in the 9th inning when Bowie just stopped swinging and kept drawing walks.
Another 1-2, and Watson gets plunked. Fastball inside off of the waist, and another run will score.
So there was a bases-loaded walk and a bases-loaded hit by pitch in that 9th inning for Bowie. Can you tell the difference in my voice over the last couple of days? So glad to have it back. Bowie would run away with a 14-3 win on Thursday. Brings us on to Friday, and for the 4th consecutive game, the Baysox were able to score in the 1st inning. This time it was Colton Kauser going yard.
Here's the 1-1. It out toward right center field and deep. It sends Martin running back. He's stopping at the wall, and this one is gone. Colton Kauser says goodbye. His 8th home run of the season is a massive blast to straightaway center field. And for the 4th consecutive game, the Baysox have struck in the 1st inning. It's 1-0.
But Harrisburg would finally take their first lead of the series. Wilson Garcia, a noted Baysox bane this season, picked up a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 1st. It was his 6th home run against Bowie, and his 16th on the season made it 2-1. Bowie would eventually tie the game, however, on a sacrifice fly in the 4th inning. John Rhodes would score the run. Toby Welk hit the sacrifice fly, but in the bottom of the 4th, Harrisburg quickly retook the lead. An RBI single after a couple of walks by Jackson Clough, and Brennan Hannafy was done after just 3 2/3 innings. So back-to-back starts for Bowie starters, 2 starts in the series for Bowie starters with just 3 2/3 innings. Fortunately, though, as the game moved into the 5th inning, Joey Ortiz was not going to let things go too quickly. Game-tying solo home run to make it 3-3 and set the table for Bowie to do it again, because in the 8th inning, when Cesar Prieto came up in a tie game, Bowie made sure that they weren't going to go down quietly.
As Schaller sets, stretches out in front of the chest and drops to the waist. 1-1. Prieto smokes it out to left center field and deep. Harris is running back, looks to have it red. Deep in the corner, and it's off his glove. Ortiz is going to score. Prieto's going to go to second, and the Baysox take the lead. The throw gets a little bit wild, but Prieto stops at second on the E7, and it's a 4-3 game.
And Trey Harris just closed his glove too early, and Bowie was able to capitalize on the error, take the lead, and cruise to a 5-4 win. And that brings us to last night, as the Baysox, for the first time all series, didn't score in the first inning, but don't worry, they were able to get plenty across, more than enough, in the second inning to secure an early victory.
The timely hits have kept them in, the 1-1. And Cowser laces a line drive to right center field. That's a base hit. It'll get cut off by the right fielder Hubbard, but it scores 2 runs. Rhodes is down. Welk is across to score. The throw goes to second. Cowser stops at first with a 2 RBI double, and it's 2 RBI single, rather, and it's 2-0 Bowie. The 2 RBI part was right.
Bowie would eventually add on 4 runs in the second inning and 3 more in the fifth on a 3-run blast by J.D. Mundy, but the day was highlighted by Justin Armbruster, Jake Prezina, Tyler Birch, and Shelton Perkins as they capped off the 8th shutout of the season. So Bowie goes 5-0 on the week. A chance for their first series sweep of the season comes your way soon. We'll tell you about it as we continue on with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. So glad you're with us. We break, and we're back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Well, back one final time to FNB Field in Harrisburg as we get ready to wrap up the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Matt Sabat is with you. Not too much to talk about in terms of roster moves lately. The Baysox have made a couple of changes in terms of adding Michael Manticon, a catcher, up from Single-A Delmarva. They've sent right-handed pitcher Gregory Vasquez back down to High-A Aberdeen, but it's the expectation that that move will not be too long. Cody Roberts is day-to-day with a very slight issue that, fortunately, tomorrow's day off should help him work through and have him set up back for the Akron series, so no changes there. Harrisburg did recently release a couple of players. Right-handed pitcher Dakota Clemmer was released, and outfielder Jacob Rhinesmith was also released. So the Senators are dealing with just 27 currently on their active roster. As the Senators take the field and both sides spill out of the dugouts, we're ready to get going in just a little bit. But for now, we take one final break. When we return, we get you first pitch and all the play-by-play as the Baysox look for their first series sweep of the season. We're back to FNB Field after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from FNB Field in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It's the finale of this 6-game series between the Harrisburg Senators and your Bowie Baysox. Glad you're with us. Matt Sabatis with you from Pennsylvania's capital. And as Alex Troop warms on the mound for the Senators, starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Connor Norby, followed by Colton Cowser in right field, batting second. Joey Ortiz is the shortstop. He'll bat third. Hudson Haskin in left field bats fourth. Maverick Handley is the catcher, batting fifth. J.D. Mundy at first base bats sixth. Greg Cullen at third base will bat seventh. Toby Welk, the DH today, bats eighth. And Zach Watson is in center field, batting ninth. Bowie is the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield and Blake Wooten are the athletic trainers. Bowie is 50-50 on the season, a coin toss this year, on a 7-game winning streak and 23-8 in the second half. And again, their lineup features Norby, Cowser, Ortiz, Haskin, Handley, Mundy, Cullen, Welk, Watson, all to face off against lefty Alex Troop on the mound. As Norby digs in the right-hander, waits for the first pitch, and here it comes from Troop. A breaking ball misses wide, and we're underway at 1:01 p.m. on an 86-degree, partly cloudy day here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. 1-0 pitch, and Norby bounces it foul, third base side. Count runs even at a ball and a strike now. 254 average for Norby, and 879 OPS in 29 games this season. 7 doubles, a triple, 7 home runs, 13 runs batted in for Bowie. As Troop holds set in the windup at the waist, now turns, kicks high, and fires home. 1-1 is flinched on. High fastball. Count runs to 2 balls and a strike. FNB Field in Harrisburg is 325 feet down the line to both left and right field, 400 feet to straightaway center field. As the 2-1 comes in, and Norby watches a called strike. Fastball nicks the lower inside corner to run the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's 405 feet to the alleys in left and right center. Very deep alleys, very wide alleys at this ballpark. 2-2, swung on and lifted, belted out to deep center field. Martin's running back. He's stopping in the warning track. He looks up, and this one is long gone. Connor Norby says goodbye for the second time this week. He leads off with a solo home run, and Bowie opens up 1-0. He did it on Tuesday against Alex Troop. He does it today against Alex Troop. And Norby, boy, he's found something. His 8th home run of the season. A massive solo blast to straightaway center field. 104 miles an hour off the bat and 431 feet away from home plate. And now here's Colton Cowser. First pitch knuckled out towards shallow left center field. That'll fall in. Just in front of the left fielder, Trey Harris. And Cowser immediately follows up with a single. The Baysox have a runner on board, still with no one out here in the top of the first inning. So that's hits in 3 consecutive games now for Cowser, 10 of his last 11. And here's Joey Ortiz. First pitch, Ortiz watches fastball, misses just a bit inside, and the count starts out at 1-0. .266 average for Ortiz this season, a .765 OPS in 92 games played. 21 doubles, 4 triples. 11 home runs, 56 runs batted in. Next offering, again misses inside. Changeup runs the count to 2 balls and no strikes. It's been quite the series for Ortiz, quite the series for Colton Cowser, too. Even though he is hitting a little bit under his season average of .333. 2-0, misses up and inside. Count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. Well, Ortiz, he's drawn plenty of walks in this series as well. That's something that you can't really take away. His walk rate has been steadily increasing. As the 3-0 comes in, and it's called a strike. Slider hits the lower outside corner of the zone to run the count to 3-1. As Bowie looks for their first series sweep of the season, they've scored in the first inning in 5 of the 6 games now after coming up empty in the first inning yesterday. 3-1 to Ortiz, and the hitter's count misses under the knees. Ball 4, and the first 3 batters of the inning have all reached safely. Solo home run, a single, and a walk. So now Cowser to second, Ortiz is aboard, and here's Hudson Haskin. As this one is already starting to get a little bit out of hand from Alex Troop. 11 pitches, and Hudson Haskin with a .272 average and an .855 OPS. We'll try to add on first pitch. Haskin watches fastball, smoke inside for a called strike, 0-1. 77 games for Hudson this season, 19 doubles, 3 triples, 11 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Middle infield playing a tad in, second base close to the bag as the 0-1 is down and away. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. Bowie has had a couple of dominating wins in this series and a couple of close wins as well. 3 of the first 4 games, Bowie had to break a tie late in game to pick up the win as the 1-1 is grounded foul third base side. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. It was 4-4 in the 8th on Tuesday. Bowie won 9-4. It was 4-4 again in the 7th inning on Wednesday. Bowie won 6-4 on a 2 RBI double by Joey Ortiz. 14-3 on Thursday. That one wasn't too much of a tie. It was 3-3 in the 8th on Friday when Bowie ended up jumping ahead 5-3, eventually won 5-4. 1-2 pitch to Haskin. Swinging a line drive shot to left center field. This one falling down for a base hit toward the gap. That'll score Cowser. Ortiz goes first to third, and Haskin goes to second. The tag is late. An RBI double, and it's 2-0 Bowie. Second and third with still no one out in the first. Hudson Haskin continues to hit here in this series as well. His 20th two-bagger this season. Just split the gap before Trey Harris cut it off. Cowser at an easy route home. And a quick battery visit from Brady Lindsley behind the dish today. And Maverick Handley will step in. 5th batter of the inning for Bowie. The Baysox already just a triple shy of hitting for the cycle as a team in this first inning. Home run, single, double, walk. Second and third, no one out. First pitch, Handley watches a called strike. Change up nicks the upper inside corner. It's 0-1 to start. 233 average for Handley this season, a 773 OPS, 58 games played. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, change up down, and the count quickly to 0-2. 11 doubles for Handley, no triples, 8 home runs, 36 runs batted in. Infield playing relatively straight up. No one really being held on either of their bags. At second and third, the 0-2 pitch to Handley is fouled off. Too far ahead of the changeup. 3 straight changeups, though, for Alex Troop. As he tried to get Handley to go chasing on the next one. Left-hander works out of the stretch on the first base side of the rubber. He sets at the chest and fires another 0-2. Handley smokes it on a deep line toward the gap in right center field. This one's carrying, and he'll touch down off of the warning track and score a pair. Here's Ortiz. Haskins around. Handley's trying to go to third. The throw is way offline, and a 2 RBI triple for Maverick Handley. It's 4-0 Bowie here in the first inning. Well, the Baysox have hit for the cycle as a team. A home run, a single, a double, and now a triple. First of the season for Maverick Handley. And boy, Bowie is rocking Alex Troop right now here in the first inning.
Is there going to be a mound visit at any point through any of this? Handley, I think, might have injured himself sliding into third base because the assistant athletic trainer, Blake Wooten, is going to come out and speak with him. It looked to be that Handley was gripping his left knee. Bowie does have 2 catchers on roster today, but Cody Roberts is probably not available at the moment. Michael Manticon has been brought up from Single-A Delmarva, and he'll be available to replace Handley if needed. It would be his Double-A debut if he comes in. But they're still just kind of chit-chatting with Maverick Handley over at third base right now. Game started with a solo home run for Connor Norby. Then a single by Colton Cowser. Joey Ortiz drew a walk. Hudson Haskin laced a double. And then Maverick Handley the triple. It looks like he's going to be given the green light to stay in this game. As now J.D. Mundy digs in. First pitch, Mundy swings and misses on a high breaking ball. Count opens up at 0-1. Oh, 1 misses up and away to Mundy, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. A .217 average for Mundy, .681 OPS in 66 games played. Here's the next. Swing and a miss. Change up on the bottom edge of the zone. I think he might have gotten a piece, but it's into the mid of the catcher, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. 14 doubles for Mundy this season. No triples. 8 home runs, including 1 last night. 38 runs batted in. Infield plays in as the 1-2 pitch is swung on in line deep out toward right center field again. This one's carrying to the gap, and it'll touch down to the wall. Mundy might have his first triple as Handley will score. Mundy's going to stop with a double, but it's an RBI double, and the Baysox make it 5-0 in the first. Well, everything is going Bowie's way here as they try for their first series sweep of the season. They're hammering Alex Troop, who had been on a run of 4 consecutive starts of 6 innings pitched or more. That seems to be coming to an end, at least the way this one is trending, as Mundy picks up his 15th double, makes it 5-0 before an out is recorded. And now here's Greg Cullen. First pitch. Cullen gets brushed off a bit inside on a slider, and it's 1-0 to start. Troop hasn't been missing the zone or anything. He's just been throwing it right into the barrel of bats. 24 pitches, 16 for strikes. Next pitch, Cullen flinches on a called strike. Change up on the bottom edge. Count evens at a ball and a strike. .242 average for Cullen this season. An .801 OPS in 32 games played. 5 doubles, no triples, 4 homers. 12 runs batted in. Runner at second, still no one out. 1-1. Down and inside, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. As Harrisburg has a right-hander warming in the bullpen. With someone already tossing, that means the leash is very short now for Alex Troop for the remainder of this inning. 2-1. Curveball bounced over to first. Scooped up by Dondre Hubbard. He'll take it to the bag himself as Mundy advances to third base. A productive out draws a bit of a Bronx cheer. The first out of the inning. Bowie put up 5 runs before it happened. Rest of the defense for Harrisburg finally. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Trey Harris, Rudy Martin, and Justin Connell. Gilbert Lara is at third base. Jackson Clough is at shortstop. Darren Baker at second. Dondre Hubbard at first, and Brady Lindsley is the catcher behind the plate for Alex Troop on the mound. First pitch to Toby Welk is called a strike on the outside edge of the zone. A bit of a generous give, and it's 0-1 to open. Alex Troop, 6'5", 201-pound, 25-year-old lefty from Batavia, Illinois, fires the 0-1, and it's swung on and lifted deep to left. Welk might have left the ballpark as Harris sprints back, stops at the wall, and there it goes! Toby Welk says goodbye! His 3rd home run of the season is a 2-run blast, making it a 7-run first. 7-0 Bowie. That's Welk's first home run since returning from the injured list. 93 miles an hour off the bat and 343 feet away from home plate. Is that going to spell the end of the day for Alex Troop? We'll have to see. It's the second home run of the inning for Bowie after Connor Norby's leadoff blast to open this frame. Now Zach Watson will bat, the ninth batter. It's not the end of the day for Troop. He'll face Watson. First pitch. Watson slices it foul. Hits into the stands to the left side, and the count starts out at 0-1. 185 average for Watson, a 568 OPS in 70 games played. 7 doubles, 2 triples, 7 homers, 20 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1. Watson drills it high to deep left. This one running up the line a long way. Harris ranging into foul territory, and it slices out of play. That one carried with the wind a little bit. There's not much wind at field level. It must have caught something up above as it runs the count to 0-2 on Watson. 7-0 Bowie, only 1 out here in the first inning. As the 0-2 pitch comes in, and Watson pieces it foul back behind the screen. That right-hander warming with vigor now in the bullpen for Harrisburg. I imagine this is the last batter that Troop is going to face. He's up to 32 pitches. 0-2. Watson checks his swing on a breaking ball down and away. He didn't go around as the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Alex Troop, a 6-2 record on the season, a 3.53 ERA, but that ERA is definitely going to balloon at the end of the day. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on a changeup inside. Watson hovers in the zone. Thought it was a little bit too far in as Troop logs his first strikeout, and let's see if he's kept out to face Connor Norby for a second time here in the first inning. Seems to be he will. Just got to let him wear it, see if he can get through the frame. As the first pitch comes in, and Norby watches it bounce down and away. 1-0 to start. Norby, the solo home run to start this inning and this game. Second time this week, both of them against Alex Troop, that he's led off the game with a homer. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a piece foul off of the mid of the catcher and rolls back to the screen as the count runs even in a ball and a strike. But it is up to 36 pitches now for Alex Troop. Let's talk about how Watson be the last batter he faced, but I guess the strikeout gave a little bit of energy. Here's a poke up the middle, a base hit. Has the diving glove of the shortstop, and it's a 2-hit first inning for Connor Norby. A home run and a single now, both of them to center field, and now Troop is done. He faces 10 batters and collects only 2 outs as Bowie has demolished the left-handed starter and knocked him out of the game before Ryan Watson even gets a chance to match it. We step aside. We've got a pitching change here in the first inning. Runner at first, 2 away. Bowie leads 7-0. We'll tell you about the new hurler in a second. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better first inning as the Bowie Baysox try to extend their winning streak to 8 consecutive games. Bowie plates 7 runs on 7 hits and knocks out the starting pitcher, Alex Troop, after just 2/3 of an inning. As Harrisburg dips into their bullpen much earlier than they ever anticipated, Steven Fuentes comes out to face off against Colton Kauser with a runner at first base and 2 away. The line on Troop is not yet final as Connor Norby stands at first. Norby, a solo home run and a single knocked Troop out of the game.
But 2/3 of an inning for Troop, 7 hits and 7 runs all earned. He struck out just 1 and walked 1, allowed 2 home runs. First pitch to Colton Cowser is swung on and missed low. It's 0-1 to start. Cowser singled and scored earlier in this frame. He came around on Hudson Haskins' RBI double. As the next pitch from Fuentes misses down and inside, a breaking ball, maybe the slider there, runs the count even at a ball and a strike. Had to assume we'd see Fuentes again for this game. He came in relief back on, I want to say it was Wednesday. No, he came in on Thursday, didn't he? Yeah, Thursday. Tossed an inning as the 1-1 pitch misses down and inside to Cowser, and it runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Fuentes tossed on Thursday and did not have the cleanest frame in his own right. Allowed 4 runs on 6 hits with 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. 2-1 pitch. Cowser gets brushed off again at the knees, and the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. Fuentes, a 6'2", 240-pound, 25-year-old right-hander from Puerto Armuellas in Panama. International free agent signed back in 2013. 3-1 pitch. Cowser drills it. Way out to right up the line. If it's fair, it's long gone, and it's foul. Ah, jeez. Just hooked it a little bit too much. 385 feet away from home plate, and a missile at 108 miles an hour off the bat, but just a little bit too early on the turn. Well, it's fun to get excited about a big first inning like this, especially as Bowie's trying to continue their best run of the season. They've already matched they've bested their season-long winning streak. They've already essentially eliminated their seasons-long losing streak. As the 3-2 misses down and in for ball 4. So Fuentes starts out by allowing the free pass. Second walk given up by Harrisburg pitching. Both of them, of course, in this first inning. And now Joey Ortiz to bat for the second time today. Yeah, there was that one stretch for Bowie where they had lost 7 in a row and 13 in a span of 14 games. That was back around mid-May. First pitch comes into Ortiz, and he watches a called strike. Fastball dots lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Fuentes overall in the season has made 20 appearances, gone 3-6 with a 4.74 ERA. 76 innings, 65 strikeouts, 42 walks. He's allowed 5 home runs. 0-1 pitch. Misses inside to Ortiz, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Yeah, that mid to late May stretch for Bowie was just the toughest part of the season for the Baysox. Fortunately, the advent of the 2-half system has really helped them turn their season around as the next pitch misses down, runs the count to 2 balls and a strike on Ortiz. Because if it weren't for the 2-half system, Bowie would still be a long ways away from making a sniff at the postseason right now. They'd still be 9 games out of first behind Erie. Erie is 59-41 overall in the season, while Bowie is 50-50. Next pitch, Ortiz slices it out toward the right center field gap, and this one's carrying over the head of the right fielder. Connell should score a pair as Norby is around to score. Cowser goes first to third, and here he comes home. The relay is late. A 2 RBI double for Joey Ortiz. A 9-0 first inning for the Bowie Baysox. My goodness. 15-game hitting streak for Ortiz. He's up to 58 RBI this year, and Bowie can't be stopped. They've been playing those alleys to the best benefit possible all series, and they are just making it the biggest inning possible with the way that this inning has been going. 13th batter to the plate, now Hudson Haskin. First pitch in. Hudson watches a fastball called for strike on the upper outside corner. It's 0-1. Haskin picked up an RBI double earlier in the frame. He drove in Colton Cowser from second base. Now Ortiz is at second with 2 outs as the next pitch misses down and away for a ball. Count runs even at 1. So Connor Norby as a runner was responsible to Alex Troop. So Troop finishes with 8 runs all earned. Cowser as a runner belonged to Fuentes, so that's the first run on his ledger. 1-1.
Bounced over to third, should finally end the inning as Gilbert Lara scoops and sends to first in time. A raucous applause after what was a disastrous inning for Harrisburg, but a glorious inning for the Baysox. They score 9 runs on 8 hits, no errors, 1 man left on. Bottom of the first coming up. Bowie 9, Harrisburg on the way to bat. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Oh boy, does Ryan Watson have a lot of room to work with as we move on to the bottom of the first inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. So glad you're with us. Matt Sabatas with you as Bowie wrapped up a 9-run first inning. And Ryan Watson just finishing up his warm-up tosses will face off against the following Harrisburg lineup. Rudy Martin, Darren Baker, and Trey Harris to open it up. Andrew Young, Justin Connell, and Brady Lindsley to follow. Dondre Hubbard, Jackson Clough, and Gilbert Lara, the final 3. Harrisburg, the AA affiliate of the Washington Nationals. Give you a little bit more info on them in a second, but Watson is ready for the first pitch. Here it is. Fastball called for strike in the upper outside corner. It's 0-1. Harrisburg is managed by Trip Keister, assisted by Justin Lord, Micah Franklin, and Oscar Salazar. T.D. Swinford is the athletic trainer. 0-1 pitch. Misses outside, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Harrisburg is 40-61 in the season, riding a 5-game losing streak. 10-22 in the second half. And again, their lineup features Martin, Baker, and Harris, Young, Connell, Lindsley, Hubbard, Clough, Lara. 2-1 pitch, or 1-1 pitch rather, bounces in, runs the count to 2-1. As Martin's hitting .221 this season with a .683 OPS in 28 games. Next offering, popped foul left side. Gets out of play, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Sliced foul back to the screen again, and the count holds. 2 doubles and a triple for Martin this season, 4 home runs, 7 runs batted in. He's 4 for 14 in this series overall. He did miss 1 game and has been leading off for the rest of the series. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Nice curveball down from Ryan Watson. Gets Martin to chase on the opening offering, and there's 1 gone here in the first. Starting defense for Bowie from left to right in the outfield. You've got Hudson Haskins, Zach Watson, and Colton Kauser. Greg Cullen is at third base. Joey Ortiz is at shortstop. Connor Norby is at second base. J.D. Mundy is at first. And Maverick Handley catches behind the plate for Ryan Watson on the mound. Darren Baker into the box. First pitch into the lefty. Misses up and away a fastball, 1-0. 280 average for Baker, a 708 OPS in 13 games. No doubles or triples, a home run, 3 runs batted in. As the 1-0 pitch, skied foul left side, count evens at a ball and a strike. Ryan Watson, at this point, all he needs to do is just finish 5 innings, and he should have himself up for a win. 6'5", 215-pound, 24-year-old right-hander from Auburn, Alabama. Non-drafted free agent signed after the 2020 draft from Auburn. 1-1. Pieced foul, back to the screen again, count to 1-2. On the season for Bowie, Watson has gone 6-5 with a 3.65 ERA. 86 and a third innings of work. He struck out 91, allowed just 17 walks. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Up and away. Fastball runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Watson's allowed 15 home runs this season in his 86 and a third innings. Opponents are hitting him for a 233 clip. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Fastball high at 95. Baker really had to climb the ladder just to get a piece on that one. And the count remains even at 2. Watson has thrown at least 5 innings in 8 consecutive starts for Bowie at this point in the season. As he fires another 2-2 pitch, it's just down. Went with a changeup, and the count runs full. Watson on full counts this season has opponents just hitting 139. 17 strikeouts, 10 walks. Here's the payoff. Lifted in the air to shallow left. Here comes Hudson Haskin. Curls around on the route a little bit, side angles to the right before finally making the catch. And there's 2 gone. Umpiring crew for today's game, Brian DeBrouwer is at third base, Jen Powell is at first, and Tanner Moore is the crew chief. He's over at first base. Baysox are in their alternate orange uniforms today. The black block Bowie on the front side, gray pants, black cap, orange brim. Harrisburg in their home whites with white pants, and the red script Senators on the front side. First pitch to Trey Harris, called a strike, outside edge, it's 0-1. Harris just 3 for 16 in his young career as a Nationals farmhand. As he grounds the next pitch up the middle and threw into center field, a base hit. I think that one might have bounced off of the top of second base. If not, it got close enough. That's Harris's first hit in 2 games. He extends the inning with an 0-1 single here with 2 outs, and Andrew Young will step in. We're getting a lot of wind right now, coming in a bit from left field. Clouds overhanging. There hasn't been too much of an expected forecast of rain, as the first pitch into Young is fouled off right side. Giving chase, J.D. Mundy, but it's out of play. Count starts out at 0-1. Young hitting .230 this season, a .752 OPS in 40 games. 8 doubles, no triples, 6 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Runner at first, 2 away as Bowie leads 9-0 here in the bottom of the first. Next pitch. Misses down and away, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Watson making his second appearance in this series, of course. Today's starting pitching matchup is a rematch of Game 1, but Alex Troop fared far worse than he did on Tuesday. Troop tossed 6 innings on Tuesday, only finished with 2/3 of an inning today. As the 1-1 comes in, and it misses down, he eats up a little bit of dirt, and the count goes to 2-1. Watson tossed 5 strong innings for Bowie. Back on Tuesday, while the strikeouts weren't necessarily there, they haven't been there as much for him lately, but he's been getting the contact the way he needs it and limiting the runs, even with runners on base. 6 hits against Watson. He didn't walk anyone and allowed just, as mentioned, 2 runs in those 5 innings. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Change up, down, and in. And the count goes even at 2. The funky thing about Watson the last couple of days is that he's just been working double plays. His start against Akron headed into the All-Star break. He worked 3 double plays in 5 innings. And then this past Tuesday, he worked a double play in each of the first 4 innings. 2-2. Down and away. Second full count of the inning for Watson. But Watson did need 84 pitches on Tuesday, laboring through a handful of lengthy counts. Again, he didn't walk anyone, just a lot of foul balls. Harrisburg has been fouling off plenty of pitches in this series. 3-2. Grounded up the middle towards short, picked by Ortiz, and he'll go to first. Easy toss, gets there, and a 6-3 putout caps a scoreless frame. So we're on to the second. It's been a long first inning, 31 minutes to be exact. Bowie leads 9-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Celebrate your Chesapeake pride on Friday, August 19th as the Baysox host Maryland's Baytoberfest at Prince George's Stadium. All things Maryland presented by Royal Farms with an upcoming special Baytoberfest beer stein and ticket package available. And with a big chance to celebrate all things Maryland, it wouldn't be complete without your very own Maryland flag designed Baysox hat with Adley Rutschman and his number 35 patched on the side. It's the Maryland Baytoberfest and the Adley Rutschman hat giveaway Friday, August 19th at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets at baysox.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
On to the second inning, finally, here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. Can't imagine Bowie has another 9 spot in them, but as Bowie does lead 9-0, they'll try to maybe add on a little bit more. As Maverick Hanley will lead off. First pitch from Francis Baguero Steven Fuentes misses inside, and the count starts out at 1-0 on Hanley. Here's the next. Hanley fouls it off back to the screen. And the count goes to 1-1 already. It'll be Hanley, J.D. Mundy, and then Greg Cullen set to bat here in this half inning for Bowie. As the Baysox do have the 9-0 edge. A 21-pitch first inning for Ryan Watson. Worked around a 2-out single with a strikeout and a couple of groundouts. Next pitch. Hanley watches inside. And the count runs to 2 balls and a strike now. It was an RBI triple for Maverick Hanley. A run scored as well. Back in the first inning, his first triple of the season. As the 2-1 skims inside too far, runs the count to 3 balls and a strike now on Hanley. So Fuentes does have a lot of long relief work. Hanley's going to step out of the box. He had a tough slide back into third base on his triple, and he was having a tough time catching his breath, it seemed. Here's the next. Swung on and smashed out to deep center. There goes Martin, but he's going to curl around on it. That deep center field alley is tough to navigate sometimes. Hanley gave it a ride, but it's caught. I mean, hey, when you score 9 runs in the first inning, you're going to get excited about just about any deep fly at this point just to see it continue. But Hanley flies out, and there's one gone here to start the second. Now on to J.D. Mundy. Here's Mundy. First pitch popped foul behind home plate. And the count starts out at 0-1. So I've talked about it a couple of times this season. It's not necessarily a big ongoing topic, but I'm a big fan of the content folks over at Secret Base. They put out a lot of stuff on YouTube for sports fans as the next pitch misses wide, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike on Mundy, who had an RBI double and a run scored back in the first inning. They've got a great creator, John Boyce, who I've always been a big fan of. He does a lot of statistical research, but puts it in a very fun manner and tells good stories with it. He's talked about the NFL strike in the 1980s. He's talked about Barry Bonds and his historic 72 home run season. As the next pitch to Mundy is a check swing down and inside. He didn't go around. Count goes to 3 balls and a strike. And just so coincidentally, the folks there over at Secret Base released a video just the other day. I think it was 2 days ago. It might have been yesterday. As the next pitch is down and in for ball 4. So Mundy draws the walk. Second walk given up by Fuentes today. Third overall for Harrisburg pitching.
They released a video about the time that the Pittsburgh Pirates scored 10 runs in the first inning against Philadelphia and lost the game. Yeah, they posted the video yesterday. So to have it kind of happen in similarity today, where the Baysox scored 9 runs in the first inning in the state of Pennsylvania as well. They were playing in Philadelphia on that day. So June 8th, 1989, the Pirates scored 10 runs in the first inning, and they would eventually lose 15-11. Here's the 1-0 to Greg Cullen. Skied foul left side. Count runs even at 1. But it was just such an interesting breakdown of the game for really everyone involved. Steve Jelks in that game had 2 home runs. Steve Jeltz, rather, as the next pitch misses down and away to Cullen. Count runs to 2-1. Jeltz, who in his career only had 5 total home runs, had a 2-home-run game. Switch hitter hit it from both sides of the plate. First time in franchise history that had happened for the Phils. And helped them complete the comeback. And that was back when the Pirates had Barry Bonds, too, as the 2-1 pitch. Misses inside, and the count goes to 3-1 on Cullen. Runner at first, 1 away here in the top of the second inning as Bowie leads 9-0. Yeah, I just find that to be such a fun coincidence. But that was only part of the story about Pittsburgh losing that game. As the next pitch to Cullen misses wide, ball 4. Back-to-back walks now for Fuentes. He's up to 3 on the day. And they stand at first and second. There's still only 1 out here in the second inning. But one of the Pirates' radio analysts in that game, Jim Rooker, just made a simple comment in the bottom of the first inning. Something along the lines of, if Pittsburgh, at this point, if we lose this game, I'll walk back to Pittsburgh, because they were playing at the Vet in Philly at the time. And it was just taken as an offhanded comment, of course, because at the point, Pittsburgh was up 10-0. You don't really assume too much. But, of course, Philly came back to take the lead and win the game. And Rooker got hounded for it. People were holding him to it. I assume it was a lot of just a lot of fun ribbing at first from folks around the ballpark and around the production team and maybe around the radio station, but they were still going after him for it, and eventually they set it up to have him do it. He walked from Philadelphia, from the ballpark, to Pittsburgh. So here's Toby Welk. First pitch misses down. It's 1-0 to start. So first and second, 1 away in the top of the second inning after a pair of walks. Welk had a 2-run home run in the first inning. Rooker set it up and made it a charity thing. So had some proceeds and some benefactors donated to charity. Here's a line drive to left field, and that's off at the top of the wall. Over the head of Trey Harris. It'll score 1 run. It's just going to be a single as Welk stops at first and Cullen stops at second. But Mundy is around third and scores. 10th run of the day for Bowie, 10-0. Third RBI for Toby Welk. He's got a 2-hit day. A line drive single there. That one probably could have gotten out. Could have been a shot at Prince George's Stadium. 108 miles an hour and 328 feet from home plate. Welk came into today's game with just 7 RBI in his 11 games with the Baysox. Now he's up to 10. And here's Zach Watson. First pitch misses wild. Well, not wild, but outside. Just pretty far outside. Count starts out at 1-0. Watson struck out looking back in the first inning. But yeah, like I was saying, it's like I enjoy the way that they present some of these fun stories on this channel, this secret base, because the tagline of the video is that just be careful even when you feel as if you've seen it all, because they actually just did a rough estimation of the amount of baseball that Jim Rooker had seen before he said that specific sentence. And they estimated that just based on the amount of time Rooker had seen, in essence, a full year of the sport and had never seen a team score 10 runs in the first inning and lose, because it's only happened twice
in recorded baseball history. And that was the first. So the tagline is, speak carefully, because the baseball gods are out there, and you never know when they're going to exact revenge on you. Next pitch, lifted high to left center, relatively shallow. Rudy Martin is down, and he makes the catch. Runners stay put. And now Connor Norby will step in. Norby already a 2-hit day. First pitch into him. This is inside, and the count starts out at 1-0. I tell you, I've gone on a couple of long walks in my life before, but I don't think I could ever, like, even spanning out over a couple of weeks, a month, maybe even a couple of months, just depending on my financial situation, of course. I don't think I could make a walk that long. That's a physical toll on your body. Your feet can't necessarily take it. 2-0 pitch is smacked right back off of the pitcher. Hits off of the foot of Fuentes, and he recovers on the mound, but now he's hobbling a little bit back to the dugout. But he's keeping it with a quick stride. He'll get checked on there as he underhands to first, ending the inning. 1-3 put out, and the Baysox get one more run across on an RBI single by Toby Welk, but that's it. As we move to the bottom of the third, Bowie has a 10-0 edge. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom-tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Moving on to the bottom of the second inning here at FNB Field. They've already been here for a while. 10-0 Bowie. First pitch in from Ryan Watson to Justin Connell. Misses a bit high, and the count starts out at 1-0. It'll be Connell, Brady Lindsley, and Dondre Hubbard to bat in this half inning, as the next offering is a changeup called for strike on the bottom edge. Count goes even at 1, as Watson needed 21 pitches in the first inning, worked around a 2-out single, as this pitch is floated out towards shallow right. Norby sprinting back, but no one's going to get there. A Texas League single, as Colton Kauser was running down as well. Two sides wanted to make sure that they didn't collide. And with a 10-run advantage, you don't want to risk anything potentially. Just let Connell get the base hit and see if Watson can work a double play. He picked up 4 double plays back on Tuesday. But Connell now has hits in 4 of his last 5 games. And now here's Lindsley. First pitch, left-hander, gets brushed off a bit inside by a fastball, and the count opens up at 1-0.
.206 average for Lindsley, a .643 OPS in 50 games played. 6 doubles, a triple, 6 homers, 21 runs batted in. Here's the 1-0. Called a strike on the lower outside corner, and the count runs even in a ball and a strike. Again, on Watson at this point, it's just pepper the strike zone, get what you can, and try to finish your 5 innings. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, curveball down and inside, and it's 1-2. Because, again, Bowie does have a lot of pitchers on innings limits this season, and Watson, like it or not, is going to start getting close to that. If they do have him on about a 100-inning limit, then he could be in trouble, come time for postseason action. As the 1-2 is fouled off of home plate. Count stays on Brady Lindsley. With a runner at first and no one out here in the second inning, a 10-0 Bowie lead. But I'd have to imagine, as the 1-2 comes in, and it's lined right field, base hit. Gauser picks it on one hop, and it was a tough get-off for Justin Connell at first base. I don't think he rounded the bag very well either, so he can't go first to third on it. But Lindsley will gladly take the base hit. Back-to-back singles for Harrisburg now, as Lindsley has hits in back-to-back games. And now here's Dondre Hubbard. It really will be interesting to see how things are handled for Bowie once it comes time for late September. Because Watson is still going to get at least 2 more starts here in this month. 3 more starts, probably. As the first pitch into Hubbard is called a strike, bottom edge. It's 0-1. I think I might be underestimating what sort of innings limit there might be put in place, because even if there is a strict innings limit for some of these pitchers, it couldn't be around 100, because Ryan Watson would be there before the end of the month. The 0-1. Cracked bat, poked over towards second, could be 2. Norby to Ortiz at short for 1. Back to Mundy, a bit offline, but there, as Mundy holds the foot on. 4-6-3 double play. Connell advances to third base, but now there's 2 outs. Hubbard hits into his 4th double play of the season. Watson draws his 5th double play in just his last 7 innings. So now here's Jackson Clough. .187 average for Clough, a .558 OPS. First pitch. Called a strike on a high sinker. 0-1 to start. 81 games for Clough, 12 doubles and a triple, 4 homers, 18 runs batted in. But yeah, the pace that Watson has been on, the 5 innings for 8 consecutive starts right now, if that continues, as the 0-1 is called a strike on the lower inside corner, 0-2. If that continues, I mean, he'll hit his innings limit by the Somerset series. So it can't be 100 pitches, because Bowie would still have 4 more series before that, before postseason, after Watson would hit 100 innings. As the 0-2 to Clough misses up and away. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. Runner at third, 2 away. Infield playing deep, of course. Some ankles on the grass as the 1-2 pitch. Misses down and inside. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Watson has only struck out 1 batter so far. It was the first batter of the game for him. Rudy Martin went chasing on a 2-2 offering low. Watson looks for his second punch out here as he comes stretch with that tight, compact set on the first base side. 2-2. Fouled off. And Watson will always kind of scrunch his shoulders in, bring them tight up against the torso while pretty much folding the ball into glove up against the chest, and nick it a little bit up against his neck and then drop down to the waist. Another 2-2. Misses down and inside. Changeup runs the count full. Third full count that Watson has dealt so far. He's up to 37 pitches. Mild shift on for the lefty. 3-2 pitch is down and inside for ball 4. So first walk drawn by Harrisburg batter today. Jackson Clough has usually not been the culprit for walks this season. So now the number 9 batter, Gilbert Lara. .226 average for Lara, .631 OPS in 63 games. 5 doubles, a triple, 6 homers, 26 runs batted in. First pitch. Called a strike. Changeup hits the lower outside corner, and it's 0-1 to open. Again, a 10-0 Bowie lead. 9 runs in the first and 1 in the second. Here's the next. Called a strike. Fastball in the lower inside corner. It's 0-2. We've been talking a lot about the sliders lately for Bowie pitchers. That's been the revolution over the past few weeks. Help out a lot of the relievers as well. But I got to say, some of these fastballs are making good improvements. As the 0-2 misses down and away, a changeup. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Connor Lopridge has made some great moves on his slider. It's gained a lot of two-plane movement. Sheldon Perkins has been using his fastball a lot more too, as the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed down for strike 3. Change up again for Watson, and he strands 2 runners on with his second strikeout. On to the third inning at FNB Field in Harrisburg. It's 10-0 Bowie. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
We're on to the top of the third inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. What's already been a bit of a long day. You see the score, you understand why. Bowie leads 10-0 as the first pitch to Connor Norby is called a strike in the lower inside corner. It's 0-1. Or Colton Cowser, rather. Connor Norby grounded out to the pitcher to end the second inning. Cowser batted twice in the first, had a single, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Next pitch is called a strike inside. Cowser tried to feign getting brushed off a little bit. And I suppose the slider might have actually tricked him slightly as the count runs quickly to 0-2. Here's the next. Cracked bat floated up the line, first base side, but foul. Might not have cracked his bat, but definitely a little hard pop on contact there as it hooked a little bit just to the right side of the line, missed by only about a couple of feet. Count stays at 0-2. It'll be Cowser
And Joey Ortiz and Hudson Haskins set to bat in this half inning for Bowie. As Steven Fuentes continues on the mound, the next offering misses down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Down and away. And the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two, line to left, and a tough read at first by Trey Harris. He had to curl around on it and fell, picking it up off of 1 hop. So Colton Cowser picks up the single. Harris picks up some divots in the left field grass. And it's another 2-hit day for Colton Cowser, his 11th multi-hit game of the season. Now here's Joey Ortiz. Like, we can just talk about offense all day if you want, but my goodness, this offensive run for Bowie. It's not going to last forever, but boy, is it fun to just watch. First pitch to Ortiz is called a strike on the bottom edge of the zone, 0-1. Ortiz walked and scored in the first inning, then came up later in the frame, laced a 2 RBI double, and now he floats a line drive to right field here. It's picked up on 1 hop by Justin Connell. 2-hit day for Ortiz. As Cowser goes to second base. Ortiz with the single. "11 hits today for Bowie. So now Hudson Haskin will bat. First and second, still no one out. Bowie's getting up there in just total runs scored in the Eastern League as well. As the first pitch to Haskin is bounced high to the mound. A Baltimore chop in the definite sense. Picked by the pitcher and sent wild to first. Here comes Cowser to score. Ortiz goes to third. 11-0 Bowie. Fuentes fired that one, and it was so off the line. Dondre Hubbard fell over trying to receive it. So it'll be a base hit and an error. E1 allows Cowser to score, so no RBI. Ortiz also goes to third on the error, but it's a 2-hit day for Haskin on the single to the mound. Bowie has scored in all 3 innings so far today. And now Maverick Handley will bat. First pitch in. Handley bounces it to third. Could be a double play, but it's a slow roller. Laura will try for it anyway. To Baker at second for 1, but the turn to first is late, and Ortiz sprints home to score the 12th run of the day. Fielder's choice goes 5-4 as Haskin is eliminated, but Handley reaches safely. 12-0 Bowie on what's just been the biggest day of the season offensively. So far, can't even say it just yet because Bowie does still have that 20-run game on the books in which they clobbered Akron back in April. So runner at first, now 1 away. Here's J.D. Mundy. First pitch misses down and inside. Count starts out at 1-0. So the run that Bowie has been on really started back in the Altoona series. They scored so many runs in that series. As the 1-0 pitch misses wide, and the count goes to 2-0. Because over the week with the curve, Bowie scored 56 runs. That was the most in the Eastern League by 9. Since the start of that series and into today, Bowie has scored 98 runs. That's just in 11 games. As the 2-0 pitch misses away, and the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. So I'm not necessarily the biggest math whiz, but 98 runs in 11 games, that's pretty close to 9 runs a game. Just 1 extra run, and it'd be 9 runs a game. And with 12 runs today, Bowie has already eclipsed over 9 runs a game on average in their last few. As the next pitch to Mundy misses up and away, it's a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, Fuentes is definitely starting to get gassed out there, coming in much earlier than he had anticipated, throwing probably for a little bit longer than he had anticipated, and I think he's done. As Harrisburg had a right-hander tossing, and here comes Trip Keister. So Mundy is on, Hanley goes to second, and the Senators make another pitching change. With one out here in the top of the third, Bowie has to face off against the third pitcher, leading 12-0. We'll tell you about the new hurler in just a second. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey Baysox fans, On the Green Inc. is a proud sponsor of the Baysox and is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs with guaranteed results for residential and commercial lawns. Mention this ad and receive a discount on your first lawn care or pest control service. Enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Inc. Visit our website at onthegreeninc.com or call 410-695-0444. Let's go Baysox and On the Green Inc., your lawn care team.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Well, we continue on with the top of the third inning here at F&B Field in Harrisburg as Bowie is still threatening on what's already been a demolition run of the Senators. Looking for their first six-game sweep of the season, Bowie is well on the path to getting it done. 12-0 here in the top of the third, and Harrisburg is making their second pitching change. As we do have a change to mention, missed the fact that Maverick Hanley has been replaced in this game. Michael Manticon came in to pinch hit for Hanley. And he hit into that fielder's choice that brought in a run. As the new pitcher steps on for Harrisburg, it's Edgar Garcia. He fires the first pitch in for a called strike at the knees to Greg Cullen, 0-1. So Manticon is at second base, while J.D. Mundy is at first base following the walk. Here's the next pitch to Cullen, swinging a deep drive to right field, sends Connell running back. He's looking for the wall, and he's got no chance. Greg Cullen says goodbye. A 3-run home run for his fifth of the season. 15-0 Bowie. Oh my goodness. 102 miles an hour off the bat. 392 feet away from home plate. Cullen's now got 15 ribby this season with Bowie, and it's a 5-run frame for the Baysox. So 2 of those runs charged to Fuentes. Of course, the home run is charged to Garcia. And now here's Toby Welk. First pitch, Welk watches down and away, and the count starts out at 1-0. So the line on Fuentes is now officially closed. 1 2/3 innings. He allowed 5 hits and 6 runs, all earned. He walked 4, did not strike out anyone. Next pitch to Welk misses down. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Base is empty. Still only 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Here's the next, swing and a miss. Lower outside corner, and it's 2-1 on Welk, who's already 2 for 2 on the day. And a 2-run home run in the first and an RBI single in the second. Here's the 2-1. Down and away, and the count runs to 3 balls and a strike now. Again, this is still not the most runs that Bowie has scored in a game yet this season. It was that 20-6 clobbering of Akron back on the 19th of April, so early in the year. Feels so long ago. 3-1. Grounded high over toward third and picked deep in the hole by the third baseman Lara. He's able to settle and fire to first base in time. 5-3 putout is the second out of the frame. Well, don't you love when you open up a book and try to turn to a specific page, and you turn exactly to that page? I just did that with the 20-6 game. Going back into the scorecard, I opened up the 20-6 game instantly. And in that one, Bowie didn't even have as big of a first inning. They scored 8 runs in the first that day, I recall. First pitch to Zach Watson, misses down and away. And the count starts out at 1-0. I do have to tell you a little bit about the new pitcher on the mound, Edgar Garcia, 6'1", 205-pound, 25-year-old right-hander from Palenque in the Dominican. Minor league free agent, signed at the end of April this season. Next pitch is fouled off. His count runs even at 1. Garcia on the season has made 15 appearances, gone 0-1, 6.35 ERA in 17 innings. He struck out 10 and walked 16. He's allowed 4 homers. It's a 5 now after giving up the 1 to Cullen. Next pitch misses up and in. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Bases empty, 2 outs. Bowie leads 15-0. Next pitch. Cracked slowly over towards short. Picked on 2 hops by Jackson Clough and sent to first in time. Watson was sprinting up the line but just missed out. 6-3 putout ends the inning, but it's a 5-run frame for Bowie. And we go to the bottom of the third with Bowie ahead 15-0. Quite a day. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
There's plenty going on at the ballpark on Saturday, August 27th. Bowie will be hosting a special tribute to Negro League Baseball, as well as an exhibit presented by the Josh Gibson Foundation with special artifacts from the Hall of Famer's career, as well as the Baysox huge Touch a Truck event featuring dozens of construction, excavation, emergency vehicles, and trucks for all fans to enjoy and interact with exhibits as well. It begins at 4:30 and is going to run till 6:30 ahead of the 6:35 game. It's all presented by Miss Utility and comes your way on a busy Saturday, August 27th, so get your tickets at Baysox.com.
Well, I think the only negative thing that could possibly be drawn from the day that it's been for Bowie is that Ryan Watson has just had to labor through long stretches on the bench while the offense just torments Harrisburg pitching. We move on to the bottom of the third inning in a 15-0 game. As Ryan Watson will face off against the top of the lineup for the second time today, Rudy Martin leads off. First pitch. He flinches on a changeup, lower inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Watson needed 42 pitches for his first 2 innings. An exact 21 in each of the first 2. As he fires the next pitch on a fastball, misses wide. Count runs even at 1. There is a defensive change for the Baysox as Michael Manticon has stepped behind the plate now. Maverick Handley was in for another inning as this pitch is skied foul, left side out of play. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Martin. So Manticon in his Double-A debut, coming in as a replacement for Handley, but now the Baysox are without a secondary catcher, at least for now, as the 1-2 pitch is a curveball, just misses away. Count runs to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Handley legged out a triple back in the first inning. He looked to tweak something. He was still fine to continue on. He even had an extra plate appearance as the 2-2 is swung on and missed low for strike 3. Third strikeout on a sinker there from Ryan Watson. And there's 1 gone here to start the third inning. Yeah, but after the bottom of the second, Handley was lifted. Manticon came in as a replacement. And now here's Darren Baker to bat. First pitch. Curveball called a strike in the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. As Bowie leads 15-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. 0-1. Swinging a poke off of the plate, and it just curls around the line and goes in foul. Mantecan was trying to pounce on it, but he couldn't get there fast enough. It would have been tough in any capacity. But it is a foul, so it runs the count to 0-2. Watson an opportunity for the quick punch out. Oh, 2. Fastball up and away. And the count runs even at a ball and 2 strikes. So based a little bit on my understanding about what some of the pitching incentives are for some of these pitchers, as the next pitch is checked on low, they appeal, and he went around. So strike 3. Hey, Watson's going to get it. 4th strikeout, back-to-back punch-outs in the third inning here, and now there's 2 gone. So based on my understanding, what the incentive is for pitchers here in this Orioles organization is that they really highly value swinging strikes, swings and misses specifically, as opposed to called strikes, which I do kind of see the positives of, as the first pitch here to Trey Harris is called a strike right down the middle, and the count opens up at 0-1. Because if you've got the swinging strikes, that means not only are you deceptive, you're deceptive enough that your pitches will more often than not leave the strike zone while throwing off opposing batters. If you're getting the called strikes, you can be deceptive, but you are still potentially leaving your pitches in the zone. So I can see the pluses and minuses. As the 1-1 is lined up the middle of base hit. Just a little floating line drive, not a hard hit ball. But Trey Harris picks up his second single of the day. Both of them have found center field. And both times it's come with 2 quick outs after the inning had started. So here's Andrew Young. First pitch, another bouncing ball. This one to second. Tough bounce as Connor Norby had to kind of reset on it and come to a quick stop, anticipating it to go a little bit further to his left. He still catches it on the back foot and fires to first in time to end the inning. 4-3 put out, and we're on to the 4th. Bowie leads 15-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates, with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
We're on to the fourth inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. A 15-0 game as Bowie is just trying to ride this one out at this point. Connor Norby leads off, and the first pitch to him is called a strike in the lower outside corner. We're getting the sun breaking through some partly cloudy skies finally. Maybe bring a little bit of warmth down on what's been a bit of a humid day as the next pitch misses just a bit wide to Norby. Count runs even at 1. It's a 2-for-3 day for Connor. Solo home run to lead off the game as the next pitch misses down and away from Edgar Garcia. It's 2 balls and a strike now. Norby had a single later in the same first inning and came around to score a second run. Norby grounded out to the pitcher's mound, ending that same second inning. Next pitch, or he ended the second inning. Next pitch misses down, and the count goes to 3-1. You see, when you've got 15 runs in 3 innings and every batter has already 3 plate appearances over 3 innings, things get a little messy. 3-1. Swing and a miss. A little piece into the mid of the catcher, however, as the count runs full. Here's the payoff. Swinging a foul back to the screen. And the count remains. Infield playing fairly deep. Here's the 3-2. Check swing, high fastball, ball 4. Oh, this is a day. This is a day. Bowie does have a lengthy trip ahead of them as well. This is the final 2-week road trip of the season, one of 2 for the Baysox. Their other 2-week road trip ended in Harrisburg, which played out fine because Harrisburg is not too far away from Bowie. It is one of the closer opponents to the Baysox. I think it's the second closest next to Richmond. So it would have made sense if Bowie capped off their 2-week road trip by coming here again, as the first pitch to Colton Kauser is called a strike on the inside edge. Count opens up at 0-1. Kauser a 2-for-2 day. Pair of singles, a walk, 3 runs scored. But instead, Bowie is making their 2-week road trip starting here in Harrisburg. As the next pitch, Kauser rips a ground ball right side and past the second baseman for a base hit. Dies on the grass in shallow center, and Norby will go first to third. A 3-hit day for Colton Kauser, his 6th 3-hit day of the season for Bowie, and it has runners at the corners with no one out here in the 4th inning. It is the 4th inning, and Colton Kauser has 3 hits and has reached base 4 times. So now here's Joey Ortiz. First pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball, but foul. Smoke to the right side. Count opens up at 0-1. Perfect day at the plate for Ortiz as well. 2 RBI double in the first inning. Also a walk and a run scored in that frame. A single and a run scored in the third. Here's the next. Swing and a miss. High fastball. And the count goes to 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch, misses wide. And the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Ortiz reaches forward and pokes it slowly to second. Should be 2 as Baker steps on the bag for 1. Tosses back to first, and it can't get there. Norby will score. 16-0 Bowie as Ortiz drives in the run. Fielder's choice is just a simple 4 unassisted. Well, the day's just going to keep continuing for the Baysox at this point. They've scored in every single inning now as it continues. Now here's Hudson Haskin. First pitch. Haskin watches it miss down. And the count starts out at 1-0. 2-for-3 day for Hudson. RBI double and a run scored in the first. Grounded out to end that first inning as well. Singled off of the pitcher. Well, he singled to the pitcher. A high chop in the third inning. A run came in on an error on the play.
Runner at first, one away, 1-0 pitch. Haskin watches called strike on the outside edge, and the count runs even at 1. But yes, again, Bowie has a long trip ahead of them following this one. At the very least, a 5-hour drive northwest as Haskin lifts a fly ball out to deep right field, but this one will stay in. Justin Connell backs up a few steps before bringing it down, and there's 2 outs. At least 5 hours to Akron as soon as this game is done. So at this rate, with Bowie up 16-0, they're just delaying their own departure to Akron and making it a later night for themselves as the first pitch into Michael Manticon is called a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Again, Manticon making his Double-A debut now. This is his second stint with the Baysox, as a matter of fact, however, as the next pitch is fouled off into the netting right side. Count goes to 0-2. He spent most of the season with Single-A Delmarva, 33 appearances there. He has 8 appearances with High A Aberdeen, and he was with Bowie for about 4 days on the roster, but did not appear in a game. As the next pitch misses high. Fastball runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first, 2 away, 16-0 Bowie. Manticon on the season, hitting .193 in 41 games. .464 OPS as the next offering misses down and away. Count runs even at 2. 1 home run, 8 runs batted in his 41 total games. Yeah, so at least Bowie will get the off day tomorrow, though, in Akron. And there's usually a decent amount of things to do there as the 2-2 is swung on and bounced up the third base line. A high chop picked low at the waist by Gilbert Laura and sent to first in time. Not an easy play on that slow-rolling high bouncer. Manticon is thrown out 5-3 and the inning is over, but Bowie gets another run across. Connor Norby walks, advances to third, and scores on a fielder's choice. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's 16-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Well, it's the night that all Orioles fans should have circled on their calendar. Sunday, August 21st, when the Baysox celebrate Birdland. We know you're already loud and proud at Prince George's Stadium, but you don't want to miss this game, as the Baysox will be giving away special mystery autographed items from the 2022 team. The first 750 fans ages 3 and up will receive a mystery autographed item, so be sure to get your tickets fast. Sunday, August 21st, the Birdland celebration. Go to Baysox.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Bottom of the 4th here in Harrisburg. 16-0 Bowie. At this rate, setting up to potentially be their biggest win of the season. Their biggest win in terms of margin of victory is 14. That was the 20-6 game. They've scored in every inning. Ryan Watson has worked a shutout so far. His pitch count is getting up there a little bit. And he's had to work around runners on base in all 3 innings as the first pitch here to Justin Connell is called a strike. Change up on the bottom edge of the zone, and it's 0-1. Connell had a single to open up the second inning. He got to third, but was left stranded. As the 0-1 pitch comes in, and it's swung on and lifted out toward right. Kauser steps in on it at first, now moves to his left and makes the catch.
Now quickly one gone, and now here's Brady Lindsley. Just quite the day it's been for Bowie, but again, they do have a long trip tonight. They'll get all day tomorrow off. I imagine there's going to be at least something planned for the Baysox to just kind of relax and spend the day not focusing on baseball, as the first pitch to Brady Lindsley is swung on and missed down. Count opens up at 0-1. Because there is plenty to do around Akron. Cleveland isn't necessarily too far. You can really draw comparisons just to the location, as the next pitch is driven up the line, right field, and foul. Just pulled a little bit too much, as the count goes to 0-2 on Lindsley. Just in terms of distance to its parent club, Akron is very similar to Bowie. Akron is a little bit more of its own population center, as the 0-2 pitch just misses high, barely on a fastball, as the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. They've got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame not too far from there, and then, of course, Canton is not too far from Akron as well. The Football Hall of Fame, 1-2 pitch, fouled off of home plate. The count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Watson looks for his 5th punch out. 1-2. Swing and just a piece. Rolls off of the foot of Lindsley and goes back to the screen. This count stays at 1-2. Well, this is the last time that Bowie is playing at this ballpark. Last time they play Harrisburg all season. They've already won the season series, as the 1-2 pitch misses high. Fastball runs the count even at 2. And it was actually in jeopardy for a little bit if Bowie could get it done. Because remember, the Baysox lost 5 consecutive games to close their last series here. Here's the next pitch, bounced up the middle, picked behind the bag at short by Joey Ortiz, and sent across to first in time. Not sure if Watson slowed that one down at all, but it did go past him. And a 6-3 putout is the second out of the inning. Yeah, Bowie lost 5 consecutive games at this ballpark, including back-to-back extra inning 2-1 walk-off losses. And they trailed 5-7 in the season series, and now they're in line to pick up a series sweep to cap it, to take 11 of the 18 games. First pitch to Dondre Hubbard plunks him. Fastball up and in, got his tricep, and Hubbard reaches. That's the 6th hit by pitch this season from Ryan Watson, and the inning extends. But this is such a historic franchise in the Eastern League. Been in the Eastern League since 1987, when they were founded. Back then an affiliate of Pittsburgh, as the first pitch misses down. Count starts out at 1-0. Despite their location, they were never affiliated with Philadelphia, because, of course, Reading has been affiliated with the Phillies for well over 50 years at this point, as the next pitch to Clough misses down. It's 2 balls and no strikes. 16-0, Bowie leads here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Harrisburg was an affiliate of Pittsburgh for 3 years, and then Montreal for pretty much the Expos' entire existence. As the next pitch is popped up on the infield, left side, running down Cullen. Now Ortiz, and directly behind the mound, Ortiz makes the catch. Hit by pitch is the only runner of the inning for Harrisburg, and as we move to the 5th, it's 16-0 Bowie. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. Ah, the freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip, because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org That's steamfitters-602.org, and let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
I'm so glad you're with us. Thank you so much for sticking by throughout this afternoon's contest as Bowie just rolls on through a big fun series sweep opportunity, leading 16-0 into the fifth inning. Matt Sabat is with you from FNB Field here in Harrisburg as J.D. Mundy will step into bat. First pitch home from Edgar Garcia misses high. A fastball starts the count out at 1-0. Garcia continues to deal. He came in the third inning and pitched a one-run fourth, I should say, as the next pitch is swung on and missed high. It's 1-1. Hasn't been a scoreless inning yet for Harrisburg pitching. Bowie has scored in all 4 innings played so far. As the 0-2 comes in, and Mundy lifts it high to shallow left. Trey Harris is ranging hard to his right before coming to a quick stop and making the catch. So Mundy flies out. Now here's Greg Cullen. Cullen, a 3-run home run in the third inning. He was the first batter that Garcia faced. Garcia has had a couple of issues with the long ball this season. The first pitch comes, and Cullen smacks a floater right to second where it's picked by Darren Baker. Maybe sawed him off a little bit in the top half of the wood, but a soft line drive, and there's quickly 2 outs. So now Toby Welk, already up for his 4th time today. A 2-for-3 day for Welk. 2-run home run in the first. RBI single in the second. He grounded out in the third. First pitch is called a strike on the bottom edge. It's 0-1. I saw a great clip from the Mets game the other night. Who were they playing? Atlanta. As the next pitch is called a strike on the bottom edge, where as Max Scherzer was winding to deliver his first pitch, the bat boy goes sprinting across the warning track behind home plate, and you can just hear him screaming as the 0-2 pitch misses down and away, runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. And everyone looks so confused because why would this bat boy just kind of disrupt everything that was going on when Max Scherzer was warming up? Max Scherzer, of all people, who would probably beat you with the baseball if you made him angry. But there was actually a reliable reason for it as the 1-2 pitch is swung on in line over to first where a leaping Dondre Hubbard steals a base hit. Toby Welk misses out in the first scoreless inning for Harrisburg. A 1-2-3 frame. We're halfway home here at FNB Field on what's been Bowie's day. They lead 16-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, as the baseball season winds down, that means we've got to get ready for football. Friday, September 9th, it's the Baysox football kickoff night at Prince George's Stadium. Getting ready for the college season and the pro season, the Baysox will be giving away a special Adley Rutschman bobblehead. Remember, Adley played college football before he joined the Orioles. It's a free bobblehead for the first 750 fans ages 13 and up. So be sure to join the Baysox football kickoff night on Friday, September 9th. Get your tickets at Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
Up Fans Cares around the corner. Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. No appointment needed. Learn more at patientfirst.com. Well, Harrisburg probably needs a little bit of urgent care right now as Bowie leads 16-0. First pitch from Ryan Watson to Gilbert. Laura is called a strike in the lower inside corner. It's 0-1. 9-1-2, 2 up for Harrisburg here in the bottom of the fifth inning as Watson tries to set himself up for his 7th win of the season. Just needs to finish out this frame, and he'll get there as the next pitch misses under the knees. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. After Laura, Rudy Martin and Darren Baker set to bat. Laura struck out swinging back in the second. As the 1-1 misses down and away, runs the count to 2 balls and a strike now. And again, it's just on Watson to finish these 3 quick outs. He's allowed 4 base hits, only 1 walk, struck out 4, did hit a batter as the 2-1 is in the zone. Good changeup on the lower inside corner. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No action in the Bowie bullpen. Watson is up to 73 pitches as the next is swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with another changeup. This one under the zone. Laura strikes out for the second time. Watson collects his 5th. And now it's back to the top of the lineup. Here's Rudy Martin. Shift on for the lefty. 2 straight lefties here in the lineup for Harrisburg now. First pitch. Up and away, a breaking ball. Count starts out at 1-0. So Watson threw 84 pitches in his last start. Only 66 pitches in the start before that. Season's high, career high, is 91. Next offering fouled off. Fastball well outside, and the count evens at 1 on Martin, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So Watson can definitely work cleanly through this frame and then hand it off to relievers for the final 4 innings. 1-1. Misses outside, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. I was talking in the last half inning about that funny clip I saw in the Mets game last night when they were playing Atlanta. Ballboy just went sprinting across the warning track behind home plate while Max Scherzer was warming up to fire the first pitch of an inning. As the next offering misses down a fastball, runs the count to 3 balls and a strike. And there was actually a reason for it, from what I understand. Apparently, the Mets on deck circle in front of their dugout, as the 3-1 misses high for ball 4. The Mets on deck circle in front of their dugout was left unclean. So the batter that was on deck when the inning ended just took off his gloves, his guards, his helmet, and he just left in the on deck circle for one of the bat boys to collect. And one of the bat boys, whoever, forgot to do it. And the umpire is apparently not supposed to let play resume until that on-deck circle is cleared, because that's a tripping hazard. You don't want a catcher running over there and falling on something. That'd be tough. As the first pitch to Darren Baker is called a strike on the bottom edge, it's 0-1. So the bat boy went sprinting over there to clean that up because the umpire had forgotten to catch it and tried to tell someone to go clean it up. The bat boy just wanted to make sure it got done, but he just looked so silly doing it. As the 0-1 pitch is called a strike inside on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball from Watson. 0-2. 16-0. Bowie leads here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runner at first, 1 away. Double play ball and opportunity as Baker. He hasn't hit into one just yet, but he's only played in his 13 games. 0-2. Called strike 3. Change up on the outside edge, and Watson 3 pitches to spin his 6th strikeout of the day. That's his first backwards K, and 2 gone here in the 5th. So now here's Trey Harris. As Watson sets out of the stretch, first base side of the rubber. Harris 2 for 2 with a pair of singles up the gut today. First pitch. Fastball just barely missed up and away. Count starts out at 1-0. So things looking good for Bowie right now, not only in this game, but around the Eastern League. They're getting a little help from teams they need help from as the next pitch is called a strike. Fastball dots the lower outside corner. It's 1-1. Bowie would like a win from Portland today. If Portland can pick up the win, Bowie would gain some ground in the Southwest Division. Assuming Bowie wins this game, which is more than likely as the 1-1 is checked on. Called for strike down and away. Count goes to 1-2. Bowie leads 16-0 here. Portland is in the midst of a 3-run fifth inning to take a 4-3 advantage over Erie in the bottom of the fifth over at Hadlock Field. Richmond's having a good day offensively, too. They scored 7 runs in the first. 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Watson, and he finishes his day with his 7th K. He's in line for a win after 5 shutout innings. We're on to the 6th at FNB Field in Harrisburg. Bowie leads 16-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Still 3 more fireworks shows in the month of July on Saturday the 16th, Friday the 29th, and Saturday the 30th. Hope to see you there.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
On to the 6th inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg on what's been Bowie's day. Looking for their first series sweep of the season. They lead 16-0, and the Senators make another pitching change. Their third reliever out of the bullpen is Brian Gonzalez. First pitch into Zach Watson misses a bit high, and it's 1-0 to start. As Edgar Garcia calls it an afternoon, next pitch, Watson checks his swing and a low changeup, and he got back in time to run the count to 2-0. Garcia finished with 2 2/3 innings for Harrisburg. He gave up 2 hits and 2 runs. Both were earned. He walked a batter, did not strike anyone out, gave up a home run as this next pitch is hammered out to left center field, fairly deep. Outfielders converge, and Rudy Martin makes the call, pulls it down, and slowly braces up against the wall as he makes the catch. Pitcher of record, of course, still Alex Troop. But Bowie is now getting a right-hander warming in their bullpen to replace Ryan Watson, who's in line for his 7th win of the season. Watson finishes with 5 innings, as it looks like Connor Loprich will take over for the 6th. Now back to the leadoff man, Connor Norby. First pitch misses high. Fastball starts the count out at 1-0. So, a little bit about the new left-hander on the mound for Harrisburg. 6'3", 230-pound, 26-year-old lefty from Miramar, Florida, as Norby laces a single into center field. Hard hit ball at 103 miles an hour. 3rd hit of the day for Norby. Just saw a good sinker on the bottom edge of the zone to hit up the middle. 15th hit of the day for the Baysox. And now here's Colton Cowser. Gonzalez, a minor league free agent signed by Washington back in January of this past offseason. He fires the first pitch to Cowser, and it's checked on, called for a strike anyway. Sinker on the top half of the zone. It's 0-1 to start. 3 for 3 day for Colton Cowser. He's reached safely in all 4 plate appearances. A single and a walk and 2 runs scored in the first inning. Both of those in the first inning. Single and a run scored in the third, and then a single in the fourth. Runner at first, 1 away. Here's the 0-1. Cowser backs off a little bit on a slider inside. Count runs even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 32 appearances for Gonzalez this season. That's the most out of Harrisburg relievers. A 1-3 record and a 3.53 ERA. 35 2/3 innings, 38 strikeouts, 23 walks. 1-1. Cowser swings and drills it out to center, but right to Martin. Now he's backing up on it a tad, and Martin makes the catch. Cowser finally retired for the first time today. Yeah, so I was saying on a quick cruise through the Eastern League that Richmond is having a pretty comparable day to the Baysox right now. Not as big, but still a blowout for the Squirrels. They put on 7 runs in the first against New Hampshire, 1 in the second, and they've got 2 going right now in the third. They lead 10-0. As Joey Ortiz steps in, first pitch misses way outside. Brady Lindsley had to slide over and pick it from up in the corner. Count starts out at 1-0. 2 for 3 day for Ortiz. Walk and a run scored in the first inning. Then later in that same frame, a 2 RBI double. Single and a run scored in the third. As the 1-0 is called a strike. Change up lower inside corner to run the count even at 1. But Portland still leads Erie 4-3. That's the score that Bowie needs to hold. And then there's 3 Sunday night games. Wow. That is awful. There's the next pitch. Is swung on and missed low for strike 2. What is going on? For Altoona and Akron, I get it. I'd be fine with that. Because that is one of the shortest trips in the league. That's a 6 o'clock first pitch over in Altoona. But Reading and their constant love of the Sunday night game doesn't draw any love in the league anymore, as the 1-2 misses high to Ortiz. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And especially since they're playing Hartford. That's a long trip back for the Yardcoats, following a 5:15 start. And then Somerset hosts Binghamton at 5:05. Binghamton has been dominating that series. I think they might have a chance for the sweep. How did they do yesterday? 2-2. Up and away. And the count runs full on Ortiz. No, Binghamton lost yesterday, but they have already won the series. They won the first 4 games. Yeah, Somerset pulled away for a 4-2 win last night. Runner at first, 2 away, 16-0 Bowie. Brief head start, and the 3-2 pitch is smoked up the line, right side, and jumping grab by Justin Connell. A little hop over the shoulder up against the warning track. That one was nearly over his head, but Connell timed it up just right. Took away an extra base hit from Joey Ortiz. Could have been an RBI as well. So the Baysox held scoreless for just the second inning today, and as we move to the bottom of the 6th, they still lead 16-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
We're on to the bottom of the sixth inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg as Bowie maintains their 16-0 edge. A new pitcher will try to carry it on as the first pitch home is lifted out to deep left field by Andrew Young. The shutout may be over as Hudson Askin runs back, and there it goes. Well, the shutout's lost, but I mean, Bowie's still going to pick up the win. That's just unfortunate as Connor Lobridge had been on such a great run for Bowie. To give him a home run on the first pitch he tosses out of the bullpen does sting a little, no matter who you are. 16-1. Bowie still leads. That'll draw some cheers for Harrisburg, as that's the first run that they have scored in at least 14 innings. Well, exactly 14 innings. They had a home run in the ninth inning 2 nights ago, but then the shutout last night. 14 consecutive scoreless innings. Young picks up his 7th home run of the season, 104 miles an hour off the bat and about 340 feet away from home plate. As Justin Connell bats now. He starts out with a 1-0 count. Next offering is called a strike in lower outside corner. And it's 1-1. But Ryan Watson is done. Great start for him. He's going to pick up his 7th win of the season unless Bowie somehow gives up 15 more runs. As Watson spun 5 scoreless innings, allowed just 4 hits. Of course, no runs. He struck out 7 batters. That's a big accomplishment in and of itself. It's the most he struck out since he fired 8 punch-outs against Somerset on July 4th. Next pitch flown out to shallow right center. Watson didn't see it at first. Now he's sprinting down, and he's called off by Colton Kauser. Right fielder makes the catch, and there's 1 away. So 5 innings for Watson, 4 hits, no runs, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, and he's in line for the win. So as Lopridge takes over, of course, he has already allowed the run here, and that ends his 5-inning scoreless streak. First pitch he fires to Brady Lindsley bounces in as the count starts out at 1-0. With Lopridge, a 6'3", 215-pound right-hander, traded over from Pittsburgh back in 2020 for cash. On the season for Bowie, Lopridge has made 21 appearances, gone 1-1 with a 4.97 ERA, 54 1/3 innings. 1-0. Fouled off. Top half of the wood, sliced back to the screen. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. 54 strikeouts, 22 walks for Lopridge. That home run was the 10th that he had allowed this season. 1-1 offering. Misses down and inside. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike on Lindsley, who's 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a ground out. Lopridge had 3 consecutive scoreless appearances for the Baysox, but he's not allowed multiple runs in a large chunk of his last few starts, as the next offering is called a strike on the lower outside corner, runs the count even at 2. He's really been, Connor Lopridge, one of the most reliable relief pitchers for the Baysox in quite some time. Here's the next. Bounces in again as the count runs full here on Lindsley. So before the start of this appearance, Lopridge, since the start of June, has been sporting a 1.42 ERA. That's why you look at his overall ERA, 4.97, and you might not think much of it, but when you hold it in comparison to his ERA that was north of 10 going into the start of June,
To have it under 5 right now is a massive accomplishment. 3-2 pitch is swung on and driven out to shallow left. Here's Haskin. Runs down and makes the catch. 2 outs. So here's Dondre Hubbard. Hit by a pitch his last time up. As low pitch holds set. And fires the first. Swinging a broken bat right to Greg Cullen on a line. Line out to third, and the inning is over. Leadoff home run, though, for Andrew Young. Breaks the shutout opportunity. Bowie had the shutout yesterday. They're going for the blowout win today, and they're holding that one well in hand. 16-1 they lead as we move to the 7th. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox. Open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
The Baysox are calling all deadheads to make their way out to Prince George's Stadium on Friday, August 26th for Grateful Dead Night. With special themes and music all night throughout the game, it'll culminate in a Grateful Dead-themed fireworks show to cap the evening. Fans who purchase a special package ticket will receive a limited edition Baysox Grateful Dead t-shirt collaboration and a ticket to the game, so be sure to get there. Friday, August 26th, it's Grateful Dead Night at the ballpark. Find out more at Baysox.com.
Well, what a day it's been. As we roll it on to the 7th inning now, a 16-1 Bowie lead. Hudson Haskin leads off for the Baysox here in the top of the 7th. And the first pitch misses high. It's 1-0. Haskin, Michael Manticon, and J.D. Mundy set to bat in this half inning for Bowie. As Harrisburg does have a couple of defensive changes to make note of. Haskin bounces this one back to the mound. Speared by the pitcher, Gonzalez. He had to stretch high to pull it out of the air before settling back down to earth and firing to first base, the 1-3 putout. So Haskin retired, and now here's Manticon for his third plate appearance of the day. As Gonzalez is working on his second inning of relief. Scoreless 6th inning for him. He gave up a single to Connor Norby. That was it. As the first pitch misses high, a fastball. Count starts out at 1-0. So defensive changes. Omar Marihildo is in. He's moving to third base, replacing Darren Baker in the lineup. Gilbert Lara was at third base. He goes to short as this pitch is grounded to third, where it's picked by Marihildo. Sent to first a little bit high, pulls the first baseman off the bag, but Hubbard applies the tag as he returns to the ground. 5-3 put out as Manticon is retired, and suddenly 2 gone. So Marihildo at third to replace Baker. Lara goes from third to short. Jackson Clough goes from short to second, and Baker is out. So Marihildo could bat in the 7th inning. If Harrisburg gets at least one base runner, he'd be the batter fourth in the bottom of the frame. First pitch here to J.D. Mundy. This is up and away. And the count starts out at 1-0. 3 straight first pitch balls. Here's the next. And Mundy takes a half swing on it. Called strike anyway as he went after. Count runs even and a ball and a strike. Again, at this point, with Bowie ahead by 15, all that matters most is just getting through the game. Because you've got a long bus ride ahead of you, 5 hours to get to Akron. Get a little bit of rest before you can focus on a full day off tomorrow. As the next pitch is called a strike on the inside edge to Mundy. Run the count to a ball and 2 strikes now. Get a full day off and then go up against the Ducks. And you really want to attack a little as the 1-2 was fouled off back to the screen. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Because if Bowie can definitely get even more against Akron, then they'll really be in good standing to take a massive lead in the Southwest Division. As the 1-2 to Mundy is called strike 3 in the lower inside corner. That was a fast inning. Gonzalez picks up his first strikeout, a perfect 7th inning. And finally, it's time to stretch. Boy, do we need it. 16-1, Bowie leads. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Well, it's been a fun series for the Bowie Baysox, and hopefully, after next week, they can bring some of this fun back to Prince George's Stadium. One more week on this road trip before a 2-week homestand at the ballpark for the back end of August. As we move to the bottom of the 7th, a 16-1 game. Connor Lopridge continues to deal, and the first pitch to Jackson Clough bounces in. It's 1-0 to start. But again, a very busy 2 weeks at the ballpark that you don't want to miss, of course, as the next pitch to Clough misses up and away. It's 2-0. We've got 4 different fireworks nights, Friday the 19th and Saturday the 20th. And then Friday the 26th and Saturday the 27th. Here's the 2-0. Misses away. 3-0 on Clough. 8-9-1 in the Harrisburg lineup set to bat here in this half inning for Harrisburg. Here's the 3-0. Called a strike. Fastball nicks the outside corner, and the count runs to 3-1. And you've got the Adley Rutschman Maryland flag hat giveaway on the 19th. First 750 fans, ages 13 and up, as the next pitch sails high for ball 4. Leadoff walk drawn by Clough. Third walk by Bowie pitching today. And now here's Gilbert Lara. There's a special Batesoktoberfest beer stein and ticket package for that game as well. And, of course, the Grateful Dead night on Friday the 26th. That's what's going to be very, very fun. Grateful Dead themed fireworks, a Baysox Grateful Dead t-shirt package as well. Go to BaysoxShop.com for that. First pitch to Gilbert Lara is skied out to center field. Zach Watson sees it the whole way and ranges to his right about 20 feet before bringing it down. And there's one gone. Now back to the top of the lineup for Rudy Martin. Martin is 0 for 2 on the day. 2 strikeouts and a walk. Sunday the 21st should be pretty fun, too. The Birdland celebration. I think a couple of Orioles Hall of Famers are going to make their way out. I know there's at least one confirmed, as the first pitch to Martin is called a strike on a curveball high. It's 0-1 to start. But more importantly, it's going to be the autograph photo giveaway. So signed glossy photos of Baysox players this season will be given away to the first 750 fans ages 3 and up. So plenty of chances to get fun giveaways and just take in a lot of fun at the ballpark after Bowie wraps up this road trip a week from today. Here's the next pitch, misses high. Fastball runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes now on Martin. Runner at first, 1 away. Bowie ahead 16-1. Just ready to wrap up what's been a fun, albeit humid day. Loprich steps off the back of the rubber. Actually, Michael Manticon called for time. Looked to be one of his scouting reports. Fell out of his back pocket there. One, 2. Curveball. Ooh, just missed wide. And the count runs even at 2. That was a good pitch by Loprich. Trying to see if he could nibble at the edges there, and it just didn't happen. Runner at first not really being held on. A 15-run game, of course. As the 2-2 is the same curveball, but just misses away. Run the count full. We'll see how many innings Loprich goes for today. He's had one of the more hybrid-style roles for Bowie this season as the 3-2 is swung on and poked slowly to first. Mundy scoops and has to turn. He falls down in the baseline and applies the tag as Martin tries to leapfrog him. And Mundy tried to make, you couldn't call it a full 180, I'd say maybe a 170-degree turn. And as he was making the turn, he either slipped on the grass or on the little ledge against the dirt and fell pretty much directly into the baseline. Martin tried to hop over him, but Mundy at least got the tag there, and I don't think there was any sort of hard collision, fortunately enough. So it will be a 3 unassisted, and Jackson Clough will advance to second base. But there's now 2 outs for Omar Merihildo. First pitch to him is a breaking ball, upper inside corner. Count starts out at 1-0. Merihildo, his first plate appearance, Darren Baker was in the 2 slot before being replaced in the last half inning. Baker finishes his day 0 for 3. Merihildo hitting .226 this season with 4 home runs, 6 runs batted in. Next offering. Called a strike on a fastball lower inside edge. And the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Of his 4 home runs, Merihildo has 2 of them against Bowie, including a solo home run in the 9th inning 2 nights ago. As the 1-1 is swung on and missed low. A low wave. At a changeup there, runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Infield plays deep, outfield straight up. As Loprich brings ball to glove, holds him at the chest and stares blankly at third. Now back at runner at second. The 1-2. Up and away, hits off of Manticon's glove. Gets to the backstop, and there's not too much urgency to get to it. They'll just let the runner advance, but it is a passed ball. I don't think Manticon even realized that he didn't catch it at first. So with the brief time, Loprich will use the opportunity to reset the signs now that there's no runner at second base. And it runs the count even at 2 on Merihildo. Runner at third, 2 outs, 16-1 in the bottom of the 7th. As Loprich sends. Swinging a poke back to the mound. Loprich scoops the low bouncer, checks to make sure it's in his glove, and has plenty of time to still get it to first. 1-3 putout ends the inning. Strands a runner at third. And as we go to the 8th, Bowie leads 16-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Well, a pitching change for Harrisburg as we move on to the 8th inning here in this blowout. 16-1 Bowie leads as Greg Cullen leads off in the first pitch. Misses up and away a fastball. It's 1-0 to start. Alberto Guerrero takes over for the Senators. Brian Gonzalez is done. 2 innings for Gonzalez, the only pitcher to work scoreless today for the Senators. 1 hit. He struck out a batter, didn't walk anyone, and that's it. As the next pitch to Cullen misses up and away. Count goes to 2-0. Guerrero taking over, 6'3", 192-pound, 24-year-old right-hander from Pecora, Panama. Minor league free agent, signed back in 2021. Fires the next pitch wide, another fastball to Cullen, and it's 3-0. 1 for 3 day for Cullen, a 3-run home run in the 3rd inning. He lined out softly to second base his last time up. Next pitch, it's called a strike on the inside edge. Count runs to 3-1 on Cullen. After Cullen, Toby Welk and Zach Watson set to bat after that. As the next offering misses down and away, ball 4. Second time that Cullen has drawn a walk today. 7th walk overall from Harrisburg pitching. And Bowie as the leadoff batter on base for the first time since the 4th, when Connor Norby drew a walk and scored. Bowie hasn't even scored since Norby back in that 4th inning. As the first pitch here to Toby Welk misses outside, this fastball doesn't seem to be hitting so far for Alberto Guerrero as the count starts out at 1-0. Here's the next. Down and inside, fastball again, it's 2-0. 26 appearances for Guerrero this season, a 2-3 record, 6.69 ERA in 40 1/3 innings, 42 strikeouts, 15 walks. He's allowed 8 home runs, 2-0. Swinging a foul back to the screen, count goes to 2-1. Guerrero makes his 2nd appearance of this series. He came in the other blowout win for Bowie. It was the 14-3 game on Thursday, and he pitched well. Replaced Steven Fuentes in partway through the 6th inning and struck out a quick batter. Ended up striking out 5, including struck out the side in the 8th. Next pitch misses high to Welk, and it's 3-1. Here's the next. Inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to open the inning. The fastball just not hitting so far for Guerrero. He's only collected 2 strikes on 10 pitches thrown. Zach Watson digs in. First pitch to him. Right-hander watches a called strike. Fastball hits the upper outside corner, and it's 0-1. Well, the Orioles are starting to have a bit of a tougher day, as they were looking good early on against Pittsburgh, as the next pitch is fouled off and Watson lost the bat. Went flying past third base into foul territory. He's going to get the pine tar from the dugout and set himself back up, but that little piece into the mid of the catcher was nothing compared to the bat itself. We got TrackMan on flying bats. We got projected distance on baseballs. How about bats? That one was probably about 100 feet. Went past third base. Goodness. Yeah, things not going too well for Baltimore right now. They're looking for a sweep today as they're wrapping up a series with Pittsburgh, but they've given up 4 consecutive runs and trail 4-1 in the 6th. That's not been the case for Bowie today. Here's the next pitch. High bouncer over to short. Low bounce picked up by Lara. He can only go to first with it. Runners advance on a productive 6-3 putout. Good play by Lara. But Cullen to third, Welk to second. And there's one out for the top of the lineup in Connor Norby. First pitch to Norby, takes him way out of the box. Fastball up and in. As Norby has to put on his best breakdancing move. Fall to the back palm and bend at the knees. Count starts out at 1-0. That's not going to be too helpful. Here's the next. Norby backs off again slightly. This time, though, a breaking ball. Misses more routine on the inside edge. But it's 2 balls and no strikes. Already the 6th plate appearance for Norby today. Next pitch. Misses high. And it's 3 balls and no strikes now. .3-0. Called a strike. Fastball in the upper outside corner, and the count runs to 3-1. As Bowie leads by 15. The next, Norby takes the hitter's count on a line drive to left field, a base hit. That'll score 1. As Cullen comes down, Welk goes to third, an RBI single for Connor Norby, his 4th hit of the day, and it's 17-1 Bowie. Puts them at first and third. Still only 1 out for Colton Cowser. That's just the 6th 4-hit game of the season for the Baysox. Colton Cowser could potentially be the 7th. So he's already got 3 hits on the day. First pitch, Cowser flinches on a changeup outside edge for a called strike. Count opens up at 0-1. Next offering inside, that fastball toward the waist. Knocked Cowser out of the box, and it runs the count even at a ball and a strike now. Cowser 3 for 4. This is his 6th plate appearance as well. He had a single, a walk, and a run, or 2 runs scored in the first inning, a single and a run scored in the 3rd inning. As the next pitch misses high to run the count to 2-1. He singled in the 4th, flew out to center field in the 6th. (2-1), fouled off back to the screen, and the count runs even at 2. (17-1) Bowie leads. It's going to be the largest victory of the season as long as the bullpen can just hold a little bit longer. Jensen Elliott looks like he'll come on for the next 2 innings for the Baysox. As the 2-2 is swung on and smoked into center field, a base hit. It's a 4-hit day for Colton Cowser as Norby goes to second and Welk scores. 18-1 Bowie. The 7th 4-hit day for a Baysox player this season. 4 singles for Cowser. And it's going to lead to a mound visit from pitching coach Justin Lord. Cesar Prieto will step in for his first plate appearance of the day. Well, what do you do on a day like this? Only one you're either side. You just got to play your games in the dugout, have your fun, chit-chat, and just look ahead. I imagine there's a handful of guys that might have snuck back into the clubhouse. Quick bathroom break, but at the same time, maybe pack up their locker at the same time. Get something. Because, again, you've got to pack quick and get on the road for 5 hours. First pitch to Cesar Prieto was fouled off right side. It's 0-1. 9 runs in the first inning for Bowie. That's been more than enough. 1 in the second, 5 in the third, 1 more in the fourth, and now 2 here in the eighth. 0-1. Down and away to Prieto. And it's 1-1. First plate appearance for Cesar. He came in as a defensive replacement for Joey Ortiz a couple innings ago. Ortiz finishes 2 for 4, 2 RBI double, and 2 runs scored. Prieto a .277 average this season, 2 homers, 25 runs batted in. Next pitch fouled off. Back to the screen. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. I imagine Prieto chomping at the bit to get into this game and join in on the fun. After that 9-run first inning, I bet you he was a little upset. 1-2. Swinging a high pop-up, shallow left center. Harris and Martin converging. It's Harris in left to make the catch. 2 outs. Still only the 8th inning, too, so Bowie has 4 more outs to work with if they want to try and hit the 20 spot for the second time this season. Hudson Haskins' 6th at-bat. He's 2 for 5 so far. RBI double and a run scored. First pitch. Down and away for a called strike. Fastball at 96. And the count starts out at 0-1. Francis Peguero is warming in the bullpen for Harrisburg. Be his second appearance in 3 days as Haskin lifts one to shallow right field up the line, sprinting on it toward foul ground. Connell will watch it sail out of play. Count runs to 0-2. And Peguero came in a couple of days ago and pitched fine. Gave up a solo home run to Ortiz. And tied that game at 3. Bowie would eventually go on to win 5-4. And now, over the last 16-plus innings, they've outscored Harrisburg 26-1. As Haskin is ready, the 0-2. Called strike 3. Fastball on the outside edge for the 3rd out. First strikeout for Guerrero ends the frame, but not before Bowie gets a couple more across. RBI singles from Connor Norby and Colton Kauser. And as we go to the bottom of the 8th at F&B Field, it's Bowie 18, Harrisburg 1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
pitching change for Bowie as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning at FNB Field. 18-1, the Baysox lead Harrisburg as Jensen Elliott looks to take these final 2 frames. First pitch into Trey Harris is called a strike on the outside edge of the zone. It's 0-1. Connor Lopridge is done. 2 innings of ball for Lope. He gave up just 1 hit, a solo home run to Andrew Young. No strikeouts, 1 walk. That's the day. Next pitch, popped foul. Gets out of play right side, and the count quickly to 0-2 on Harris. After Harris, it's Young, then Connell. If any of them reach, Brady Lindsley will follow. As Elliott just needs 6 quick outs to send Bowie on to Akron with their first series sweep of the season. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a floater, taken on 1 bounce, deep in the hole, it's short by Prieto. A looping toss to first is on a nose. Cesar Prieto, a spectacular play at shortstop in the shallow outfield grass, threw it across the body and then still had to run 10 more feet just to slow himself down. But got it to first perfectly, and a 6-3 putout starts out the 8th inning. Now here's Young. First pitch, swing and a miss. Chased on a low breaking ball, it's 0-1. Young's solo home run in the 6th inning, the first pitch that Connor Lopridge threw in relief. It's the only run of the day for Harrisburg, their only run in the past 2 games. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Chases on a low fastball, 0-2. Jensen Elliott, 6'6", 231-pound right-hander. 19th round draft selection in 2019 from Oklahoma State. On the season for Bowie, 20 appearances, a 5-2 record, a 4.84 ERA, 35 1/3 innings. 22 strikeouts, 9 walks. He's allowed 4 home runs next offering. Half swing and a foul over to the right side. As the count goes to 0-2. Well, it stays at 0-2, I should say. Here's the next. Fastball up and in. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Well, you could really tell as the day had progressed for Ryan Watson. Stretched into his 3rd trip through the order. He was really starting to finally get the called strikes that worked out for him. Next pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. High fastball. Elliott wasn't going to mess around. Wanted to make sure it stayed on the zone, but still pumped the heat. His first strikeout, 8th overall for Bowie pitching. And now here's Justin Connell. One for 3 day for Connell, single to right field in the 2nd inning. As the first pitch comes in, and it's a curve ball called for strike on the outside edge of the zone. Count opens at 0-1. And I was talking about it a little bit back when Watson was dealing, I want to say around the 4th inning, as the next pitch is a breaking ball. Line to second and grabbed by Connor Norby to end the inning. 101 miles an hour off the bat, and Norby just picked it out of the air like it was a simple fly. 3 up, 3 down out of the bullpen for Jensen Elliott, and we're on to the 9th. Bowie leads 18-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, the Baysox are getting radical on Thursday, August 18th as we go back to the 80s. Get that perm done up, rip off those jeans, and toss on your jean jacket for the 80s Rewind Night. A totally tubular night of the greatest musical decade with live music and beer specials from 5 to 6:30. So head on back to the 80s with the Bowie Baysox on Thursday, August 18th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Well, we've officially hit the benchmark for a game going off the rails as Harrisburg brings out a position player to pitch with Bowie leading 18-1 moving into the 9th inning. As Dondre Hubbard takes over, he'll face off against Manticon, Mundy, and Cullen as the first pitch to Manticon is called a strike and the next offering is swung on and missed down and away. 74 miles an hour on that looping offering from Hubbard. Alberto Guerrero is done, an inning with 2 runs, a strikeout, and 2 walks. The 0-2 swung on and lifted out toward right center field, where Justin Connell ranges. Right fielder curls down and makes the catch. There's one gone. Hovering around the mid-70s right now early for Manticon as he retires the first batter he faces. And now J.D. Mundy to bat. Bowie still shy of their season's high run total. If they can get 2 more, they'd match it. 20 runs back on the 19th of April against Akron. As Hubbard is making his first professional pitching appearance now. First pitch to Mundy, a late swing and a lift to shallow left center. This one going to be a tough play, as a matter of fact, for Harris. He runs down and gets there. A triangle of players converging between Harris, then the center fielder, and the shortstop. Mundy decided late to go after that, oh my goodness, 48-mile-an-hour offering. He actually had time to decide on it, but it was still just a bit too high for him to make clean contact on. So already 2 quick outs for Hubbard. And now he faces Greg Cullen, back-to-back left-handers. First pitch. Cullen watches fastball, in quotes, called for strike in the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Hubbard made 1 pitching appearance back when he was in collegiate summer ball. He tossed a scoreless inning, gave up a hit. And he might have tossed a scoreless inning here as Cullen pops one out to left. And Harris camps under to make the catch. The best inning from a Harrisburg pitcher is Dondre Hubbard, and he is fired up heading back to the dugout. 3 up, 3 down on just 6 pitches. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Bowie leads 18-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
We go to the bottom of the 9th inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. Bowie finally trying to wrap up what's been a long day but a fun day at the ballpark as they lead 18-1. One final pitching change for the Baysox as Hector Perez steps in to take over. Jensen Elliott is done. Elliott fired a scoreless inning, a perfect 8th with a strikeout. That's the day. As the first pitch to Brady Lindsley misses down, now the next offering bounces in as well, and the count quickly opens up at 2-0 to the left-hander Lindsley. 6, 7, and 8 in the Harrisburg lineup with Lindsley. Then it should be Jack Dunn as the next pitch is called a strike in the lower inside corner. It's 2-1. Should be Dunn and then Jackson Clough to follow. Dondre Hubbard's spot in the lineup is next, but Hubbard became the pitcher on the mound in the last half inning, and Dunn took his place at first base. Next pitch, line drive, foul, first base side. That one just kicked a little bit to the right side of the line, very close. Screamed up the line at 101 miles an hour. But it runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lindsley 1 for 3 on the day, singled to right field in the second inning, flew out to left field his last time up. As Perez sets and fires the 2-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Curveball down. Perez starts his day with a strikeout. Oh no, it'll still be Hubbard, so I suppose Dunn took over the designated hitter role. So Andrew Young is the replacement there. So Young is out of the game as the DH. Dunn, if he gets the chance, will bat. But that wouldn't be unless Harrisburg goes on a big run. So it's still Hubbard as the first pitch in is called a strike. On the top half of the zone, it's 0-1. It's an 0 for 2 day for Hubbard. He hit into a double play in the second, got hit by a pitch in the fourth. Lined out to third his last time up. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Curveball low. And it's 0-2. As Hector Perez takes over for Bowie. 6'3", 223-pound right-hander from Santo Domingo in the Dominican. Minor league free agent, signed this past offseason. Most recently in the Cincinnati organization before joining Baltimore, as the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Perez. And that's what the big league experience of his brings to the table, as he's making his second appearance of this series. Perez worked well for Bowie back on Thursday. That was the 14-3 win. He gave up a solo home run to Lindsley, but struck out 4 batters in 2 innings. First pitch here is popped foul by Clough left side, and the count starts out at 0-1. Base is empty, 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning as Bowie is trying to wrap up their first series sweep of the season in dominating fashion. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses down and in at 96 miles an hour. Count runs even in a ball and a strike. Clough has drawn 2 walks today. Bowie pitchers have only served up 3. Clough got to third base in the 7th as the 1-1 misses down and in again. Changeup runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Clough popped out to shortstop back in the 4th inning. Shift on the infield for the left-hander. Outfield a little bit on the pull side as well as the 2-1 is smoked foul, first base side. Count runs even at 2. Now Perez 1 strike away from closing out the biggest win of the season for the Baysox. Setting themselves up with an opportunity to head to Akron with all the momentum in the world. See if they can make it 8 consecutive wins. As Perez holds steady and comes set at the waist. Base is empty, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball out toward right field, foul ground. Mundy backing up on it. Now the second baseman, Norby. He makes the catch. And the Bowie Baysox are winners once again. They collect their first series sweep of the season, and they do it in the most dominating of fashions. The biggest win of the year, 18-1. What a day it's been for the Baysox. As we've got plenty to talk about, get going with Baysox postgame in just a little bit. We'll recap this one and look around the Eastern League. We've got plenty to catch you up on. It's been a fun day. We'll be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com. At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Sabanas.
What a stellar Sunday. What a sensational series for the Bowie Baysox as they pick up their first series sweep of the season in suffocating fashion over the Harrisburg Senators this afternoon. 18-1 in terms of margin of victory. It's the largest win of the season for Bowie, the second most runs that they've scored in a single game, and they cap off an incredible start to this 13-game road trip. Matt Sabatas with you from FNB Field in Harrisburg. As we get going with Baysox postgame, we've got to recap this one. We won't take up all of your time because it'd be a little difficult to bring you every single of the 18 runs or the 19 total scored in the game, but we'll give you a good handful of them as we get you caught up on anything you may have missed. And really, a lot of this game, pretty much the first half of this game was all handled in just the first inning of this game. As we go all the way back in time to the faraway land of 1:01 p.m. when first pitch came home from Alex Troop to Connor Norby. Now, this was a quick little rematch because Norby took Troop deep, leading off the first inning of Tuesday's game. Surprisingly enough, Norby did it again. Very deep alleys, very wide alleys at this ballpark. 2-2, swung on and lifted, belted out to deep center field. Martin's running back. He's stopping in the warning track. He looks up, and this one is long gone. Connor Norby says goodbye for the second time this week. He leads off with a solo home run, and Bowie opens up 1-0. So Bowie had a 1-0 edge in just the first inning, but it'd be a lot bigger than that. Just stick around. Colton Cowser would single and Joey Ortiz would draw a walk, setting up Hudson Haskin for a base hit. 1-2 pitch to Haskin. Swinging a line drive shot to left center field. This one falling down for a base hit toward the gap. That'll score Cowser. Ortiz goes first to third, and Haskin goes to second. The tag is late. An RBI double, and it's 2-0 Bowie. Second and third with still no one out in the first. So the Baysox already had a big advantage, but they still weren't done. They already had home run, single, double after just 4 batters. I mean, what's next in that order? A triple, and that's exactly what Maverick Hanley did. Left-hander works out of the stretch on the first base side of the rubber. He sets at the chest and fires another 0-2. Hanley smokes it on a deep line toward the gap in right center field. This one's carrying, and he'll touch down off of the warning track and score a pair. Here's Ortiz. Haskins around. Hanley's trying to go to third. The throw is way offline, and a 2 RBI triple for Maverick Hanley. It's 4-0 Bowie here in the first inning. So over the first 5 batters, Bowie, as a team, hit for the cycle. Home run, single, double, triple. And it's runner at third with still no one out. Bowie still wasn't done. J.D. Mundy followed as the 1-2 pitch is swung on in line deep out toward right center field again. This one's carrying to the gap, and it'll touch down to the wall. Mundy might have his first triple as Hanley will score. Mundy's going to stop with a double, but it's an RBI double, and the Baysox make it 5-0 in the first. So Bowie had a 5-0 edge at this point, and finally Alex Troop got his first out on the 7th batter. Greg Cullen grounded out to first base, pushed Mundy to third base. But it didn't matter where Mundy was because when Toby Welk stepped up,
he would drive in Monday no matter what. Fires the 0-1, and it's swung on and lifted deep to left. Welk might have left the ballpark as Harris sprints back, stops at the wall, and there it goes! Toby Welk says goodbye. His third home run of the season is a 2-run blast, making it a 7-run first. 7-0 Bowie. 7 runs with only 1 out recorded, and surprisingly, the Baysox still weren't done. After Zach Watson struck out looking, Connor Norby singled in his second at-bat of the inning. Colton Cowser drew a walk in his second plate appearance of the inning, and Joey Ortiz finally capped the scoring by driving those 2 in. Next pitch, Ortiz slices it out toward the right center field gap, and this one's carrying over the head of the right fielder. Connell should score a pair as Norby is around to score. Cowser goes first to third, and here he comes home. The relay is late. A 2 RBI double for Joey Ortiz. A 9-0 first inning for the Bowie Baysox. My goodness. My goodness indeed, as Bowie had the 9-0 edge before Ryan Watson even threw a pitch. Watson would have a scoreless bottom of the first inning, and in the second, Bowie would get a couple more runs across. Actually, only just 1 more run across, thanks to a single by Toby Welk. Following a scoreless bottom of the second by Watson, the third inning went back in favor of Bowie, thanks to Greg Cullen, while J.D. Mundy is at first base following the walk. Here's the next pitch to Cullen, swinging a deep drive to right field, sends Connell running back. He's looking for the wall, and he's got no chance. Greg Cullen says goodbye. A 3-run home run for his 5th of the season. 15-0 Bowie. So 15-0. Oh my goodness. Yeah, right? 15-0 Bowie after just 3 innings. Really, we don't need to play too many more of the highlights from there because the story had been told. Harrisburg did get a run finally in the 6th inning when Andrew Young lined a solo home run to left field on the first pitch from Connor Loprich in relief, but that would be it, as Bowie pitching would strike out 11 batters, walk only 3, and hold Harrisburg to a quiet day, as Hector Perez came in and pitched a perfect 9th to cap the afternoon. As Perez holds steady and comes set at the waist. Base is empty, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch, swinging a fly ball out toward right field, foul ground. Mundy backing up on it. Now the second baseman, Norby. He makes the catch. And the Bowie Baysox are winners once again. They collect their first series sweep of the season, and they do it in the most dominating of fashions. The biggest win of the year, 18-1. What a day it's been for the Baysox. What a day indeed. Your final box score, Bowie scores 18 runs on 17 hits with no errors. They left on 7. As Harrisburg scores 1 run on 5 hits with 1 error. They also left on 7. Ryan Watson is the winning pitcher. He moves to 7-5 on the year as Alex Troop takes the loss. He falls to 6-3. No save as the game was played in 2 hours and 40 minutes in front of a paid attendance at FNB Field of Harrisburg of 2,172. With the win, Bowie moves to 51-50 on the season, the first time that they have been above 500 since April 28th, when they were 9-8 on the year before losing 5 consecutive games against Richmond and against Harrisburg to start a series. Bowie has now won 8 consecutive games. Their longest win streak of the season continues as they're now 23-28 on the road. With the loss, Harrisburg falls to 40-62 on the season, a 6-game losing streak for the Senators, as they now fall to 19-32 when playing in front of their home crowds. In the second half, Harrisburg falls to 10-23 on the year. Bowie increases their second half record to 24-8. These two sides do not meet again in 2022, and the Baysox win the season series with the Senators. They won it last night with the 8-0 shutout, but the final tally between these two sides, in the 18 games, Bowie won 11, Harrisburg won 7. But that's a good start for Bowie, because it means they've got so much momentum going into one of their other divisional foes, Akron. And in the 15 games played, or rather the 12 games played so far this season, no, 11 games, because they will play 7 games starting next week. In the 11 games played, Bowie has won 8 of them. Akron has only won 3, so we can look ahead to that in a little bit. We'll talk about that game in a little bit, set up the series in a second, but we've got a break first, and when we come back, we'll look around the Eastern League, see how the rest of the league is doing on their Sunday getaway day, and the Orioles organization as well. Plenty to discuss, as Bowie will stay atop the Southwest Division. The question is just by how much. We're back in a bit as Bowie demolishes Harrisburg today, 18-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Celebrate your Chesapeake pride on Friday, August 19th as the Baysox host Maryland's Baytoberfest at Prince George's Stadium. All things Maryland presented by Royal Farms with an upcoming special Baytoberfest beer stein and ticket package available. And with a big chance to celebrate all things Maryland, it wouldn't be complete without your very own Maryland flag designed Baysox hat with Adley Rutschman and his number 35 patched on the side. It's the Maryland Baytoberfest and the Adley Rutschman hat giveaway Friday, August 19th at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, we're back one final time to FNB Field in Harrisburg. Last time this season that we'll be talking to you from this ballpark as we get ready to conclude Baysox postgame following a massive 18-1 Bowie win over the Senators. We'll take a quick look around the rest of the Eastern League at this point, see how some of the other teams in action are currently doing. There's 3 games still yet to be played. 3 night games on a Sunday, first off, is just... That's practically a crime. Altoona and Akron are going at 6 o'clock. Reading and Hartford at 5:15, and Binghamton and Somerset at 5:05. They're all concluding their series there. And the other 2 games in the league are still in action. Richmond having just about as good a day as Bowie. Not as big offensively, but they're still pitching well. 11-0, they lead New Hampshire in the 8th inning over at Delta Dental Stadium. And then Erie and Portland, they're just about to wrap things up as the Seawolves have come from behind to take an edge and have an opportunity to survive that series, pick up the series win as well. It would be Erie's 4th win in the set, as they would not lose any ground against Bowie in the Southwest Division. Erie leads 6-4 in the bottom of the 9th with bases empty and 2 outs for the Sea Dogs. If Erie holds on to that one, they will still be just 3 games behind Bowie in the Southwest Division. Around the Orioles organization, 1 game in action, 2 still set to be played, as Aberdeen is not having a good pitching day. They've allowed 7 runs and only collected 2 hits in their own right. They're being shut out 7-0 at the hands of the Wilmington Blue Rocks right now, top of the 6th over at Ripken Stadium in Aberdeen. They're just getting warm down at Harbor Park in Norfolk. The AAA affiliate will be hosting Nashville for the series finale in that contest. DL Hall is scheduled to make the start for Norfolk, and then Delmarva and Augusta will get going at 5:05. But again, the score we care about most on this production is that of Bowie's, and what a score it was, my goodness. 18-1 over the Harrisburg Senators this afternoon, as Bowie sweeps their first series of the season and wins their 8th consecutive game. Bowie is back in action on Tuesday as they continue this 13-game road trip and open up a 7-game series with Akron. Left-handed pitcher Drew Rahm will get the start for Bowie, a 7-1 record of 4.05 ERA. Akron has not announced a starting pitcher yet. 6:35 first pitch, which means the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show of 6:15. For now, though, we say so long. Matt Sabatis with you from FNB Field in Harrisburg, saying thank you so much for stopping by this afternoon on what's been just an incredible day of Baysox baseball. 18-1 over the Harrisburg Senators. We'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game, and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.